Hello my friends and welcome to another stream of Adobe Live. I'm your host Kieran Lewis, and today for the next 3 hours we have got all things Adobe Express. So I've got the lovely, awesome creative by the left of me by the name of Nikki McWilliams. Nikki, how you doing today?
Hi, thank you so much for having me.
My pleasure.
It's so exciting.
Yeah.
Glad to be back in Munich in the studio.
It's gonna be good. I feel like we've met at many different conferences but never actually a chance to really get together like this.
We've never done a live together.
Until now.
Until now.
We are good for it.
Yeah, this is exciting.
So as I said, my friends, for the next 3 hours, we've got all things related to Adobe Express and ways of how top creatives can basically work within the space and also streamline their process. So all good things to come. Just some folks in the chat, I could do some love to. We've got Sandra in general, Stefan, Shawn, Oliver. As always, my friends, if you're on YouTube or Behance, please do get those comments in the chat and I'll do my best to share them with Nikki while she's in her flow of Adobe Express. And on a final note, just before we jump into it, please do follow us at Adobe Live as well, of course, on YouTube and Behance as well on Instagram to catch up all things Adobe related. So, Nikki, it is that time to jump in when you're ready to a bit of Adobe Express, but also who you are as well, so folks can know a bit more about you.
Okay, well, yeah, I'm Nikki McWilliams, I guess. So I'm a small, that's what it says on my passport, yeah, it does actually. I run some small businesses. I'm a creative business owner. I design and make products, stationery, homeware. And I recently, well, I say recently, but it's probably about 6 years ago now, opened a stationery store because I am obsessed with journaling, scrapbooking, travel journaling.
Biscuits as well?
Biscuits as well. Biscuits are my first love.
Yeah. The rumours.
Yeah, I mean, the rumours are true. I did get to try some really exciting German biscuits just before we started.
Nice.
But yeah, I opened my stationery store that sells like a curated range of products that I love to use personally and things that I just couldn't find out there for people that were into the same things as me.
Okay.
So yeah, as I mentioned, I love travel journaling, and everywhere I go, I usually have like a small notebook with me that kind of looks like this.
Nice.
And as you can see, it is pretty,
bulging, isn't it? Yeah,
pretty
it's
hefty. Yeah, so this one has been on a few trips with me, and I try and collect like little bits and pieces wherever I go, bits of ephemera. This one is actually from the first time I went to Munich for my first live stream here. Yeah, so that's quite cool. So this was like my little train ticket and some stickers that I got, and I think this was like a chocolate bar. I might
the chocolates are still on the edges of it, like little crumbs.
A little bit, yeah, a little
remaining.
bit, yeah. So yeah, I always collect bits and pieces wherever I go, and I create these like travel journal memory books out of them.
That's cool.
But one thing I've found recently is that baggage allowance is stopping me from taking as much stationery as I, a stationery hoarder, would love to take with me. So. I mean, I don't know about you. Are you quite a light travel when it comes to stationery?
I've got a few moleskin books.
Okay.
They're buried in the bag somewhere. And
Okay,
when we get
but
out,
you do like to have a little bit of physical stationery with you.
Yeah.
I'm the same, but I always have a bulging pencil case, 10 rolls of washi tape, all of my colouring pens. And I've just not been able to do it the last few trips I've been on. So I was trying to figure out a way to be able to carry on my journaling practice, but without all of the stuff. And I felt like using all of the resources, things falling out of this, that Adobe...
That's how busy it is, isn't it?
That's how busy it is. There's literally stuff spilling out of these. Using all of the resources that Adobe Express has to have your own like scrapbooking and journal kit, either in your phone or your laptop, whatever you've got with you.
On the
because
go.
we've always got our phones with us, right?
Very true.
So yeah, that's what I wanted to do today. I wanted to make like a little travel journal with Adobe Express.
That sounds like a solid plan. And again, for anyone who's very much new to this program and you know and how it kind of works, this is literally why we have got a solid jam-packed 3 hours of literally folks and very talented creatives such as Nikki getting an insight into how this all works. So you're going to see it for the next hour and how Nikki works in this space.
Yeah. So first of all, I will show you a little bit of some more inside of my journals, because these are some pages that I really love. And some of the inspiration that I used to create these. Nice. So I love collecting bits and pieces. I quite recently, I would say, learned the word for all of this stuff. So this red and white pattern, I think this was like a hot dog like wrapper in this pinball place in LA.
Okay,
I loved the colour and the design. But all of these bits and pieces that you would usually maybe use once and throw away, these little tokens, it's a beautiful word, ephemera. So
Nice.
usually printed things that have some sort of connection to a place or a time. And I really love to use these in my journaling to like just sort of keep memories.
Of course, yeah.
And like build these little vignettes of a place and time, memories with friends, with people that I spent time with, that kind of thing. So
I guess those emotional elements will come into of like how I was feeling in that period, and then you kind of relive it a bit later down the line, which is very cool.
Totally, yeah. So there's some photographs here. One thing that I love to use, let's zoom in on this. So these little instant photos, so they're like a version of Polaroids. I don't know if you can still get Polaroid.
You can, yeah.
Have they started making the film again?
I would love for anyone in the chat who still have Polaroids, let us know if you're still rocking the Polaroid flex. I love it.
These are an Instax photo, Fuji brand Polaroid, I think.
Okay.
But they're so expensive.
Yeah.
And it's
pennies. Right?
Yeah, it's. I think it works out as about, if anyone has used one of these cameras, it's about £1 or $1.50 or something per photograph. They're so expensive and they can be so unpredictable.
Okay.
So I'm going to try and figure out a way around spending lots and lots of
Cost-effective
money.
streams.
Yeah, exactly. So again, it's like ways to figure out ways to recreate this sort of style of journaling. But just using everything that Adobe Express already has built in.
Nice.
There's so much in here. And I'm going to try and incorporate things like my own photographs and some of my own drawings and handwriting as well.
We're going to streamline it nice into a nice little fun pack size of an hour. I love that.
Yeah, I mean, we've
See, we're
just got an
treating you
hour.
in the
I
chat.
thought we had 3 hours.
I don't make the rules, unfortunately. For the next stream, maybe we can mix it up. But we've got you covered, my friends. In the chat.
Yeah, I mean, hopefully for the next 50 minutes or so. Yeah. So I was doing my late night scroll last night, and I came across this amazing quote, and it's my friend Julia, who actually is a collage artist. She shared this little soundbite. If you're going to be creative, you have to be in a state of play and not be worried about making mistakes. And I think that is one of the things that I try and stick to when I'm doing these journals, is not worrying about them being perfect, about them having a particular aesthetic. I just want to have fun making them. And that's what I thought we could try and do today.
That sounds perfect. And that can be tricky for a lot of us because we're perfectionists, right, as creatives. So I feel we're excited to sort of see how you kind of go against the grain and mix it up in Express.
Well, Kieran, I'm excited to see how it comes out as well.
You're keeping us on our toes. And I can see as well, just to add while you're in the flow of that, we've got some lovely comments in the chat.
Let's hear them.
We've got Jane who's saying, fantastic to see scrapbooking/journaling featured.
Nice.
And also folks are sharing their experience of what they like to travel with as well. We've got Sandrine who said, just one shop they go to, Muji. Shout out to Muji.
Muji's great.
Cool small notebooks, multicoloured pencils and all things in between. And ballpoint pens. Take a little space.
Yeah, do you know the humble ballpoint pen? Very versatile. You've got a lot of time for a ballpoint pen.
See, we're giving you tips in Express, but also like shopping tips for maybe for Christmas. That's too early to think about that. But without going too off piece, let's jump back into your slide. So
I just love combining things like handwriting, like these little scraps of paper. I've always carried like pads of paper and stuff around with me, but I know that Express has like lots and lots of paper elements in their library, so I'm going to try and utilise some of those.
Cool.
Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, most of my spreads are food related. Like there's always some sweet wrapper or something.
We're not complaining. That's all right. We're good for it. You're treating us today, aren't you, Nikki?
So what I'm gonna do today is I am gonna create hopefully a couple of square journal style spreads, and the goal is to be able to post them on social media as a carousel at the end.
Okay.
This is another
Social
great
media
thing.
purposes,
the other great thing about doing this in a digital way is that you can just post it to social media after you're done with it.
Nice.
You don't just need to keep it in your books and never show it to anybody.
Yeah, we've got to share it out, right?
You can share it with the world. Yeah.
Nice.
So to get started, I am going to start with a blank canvas. The way I like to start my notebooks is with a brand new blank page. Yeah, so I'm going to go in and I'm going to have a look for some paper texture because we want this to be a little bit textural. Let's have a look and see what comes up.
It's always quite exciting when you do that search and it's like,
what could it be? Yeah, and sometimes you don't really get a good idea of what they're like until you have tried them. But I do quite like the ones that are a bit crunchy. This looks like a watercolor paper or something like that.
So it's been for the walls, but it's still salvageable, you know?
Yeah. Let's see what
we've
it
got some
looks
folks in the
like.
chat who already got Ilisandra saying, I'm so ready for this. And also some folks saying food-related topics are good. So there we go. You're not going to lose us definitely in the stream. You're in a good place.
As long as you're interested in food,
We're hooked on.
then that is great. Okay, so we've got, I mean, is that...
You see like pixels of grain, can't you? Slightly.
I feel like maybe a little bit of colour on this. What do you reckon?
A bit more.
Let's see if we could maybe give this a little tint. So I'm going to go into effects and see what we've got here. So the duotones one I like to use a lot, but even this tint here,
Oh, that's quite nice.
it's sort of giving it like a little bit of a, let's bring the intensity down. It looks a little bit yellow. Just so that it's like a cream.
Like a hint of, off-white.
A hint
slightly.
of cream. It looks like a watercolory paper. This would probably be a very expensive sketchbook.
Which is why we're on Express, right? To save down the cost.
Exactly,
So
yeah.
we're treating you on costs as well, my friends. That's
Cut
it.
some corners, yeah. Yes, so let's see, we've got our background. And what I wanted to do first was I like to start each journal travel adventure with like a little cover page. So an introduction to maybe where I'm going or what day of the week it is, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
And I've already been drawing some little hand-lettered I always carry a pen with me, and this is one of my favourite pens. It's like a brush pen, and I've already messed it up a couple of times.
Nice.
I spelled Tuesday wrong here.
That's how off the topic we're going. I love
Tuesday
that.
with 2 E's.
Mix it up, but that's cool.
But what I did was I just had this scrap of paper in my bag, and I was like, right, I'm just gonna do some little days of the week here, and then I'm gonna photograph them with my phone and bring them into Express that way. So let's see, I'll actually just go onto my phone and do this, because I feel like this is the easiest way to do it, yeah.
See, in the chat, I mean, we're getting literally first hand of how you can actually integrate using your mobile and then just upload. So
for sure.
It's on the go. That's how we roll. I love that.
Yeah. If we are able to access my projects. If this doesn't work, I've got them saved as a backup.
You've got a plan B, I love that.
Yeah.
I was thinking of the plan A, plan Bs.
Yeah, we need a plan B for sure.
Always.
Okay, this is it here.
Whilst we're doing that as well, it's a nice time to say again, any questions you have for Nikki whilst we're in Express, anything you want to see as well, feel free to get those suggestions in the chat and I will share them directly with her.
Yeah, I love questions. Send me all your questions.
All of them. We might get a few food related ones as well.
Of course,
saying,
yeah.
You've opened the floodgates to potentially food related questions.
Well, my spreads for the next 24 hours, I'm going to be documenting my trip to Munich here.
Cool.
So there's definitely food in here.
Nice.
So I'm just going to go ahead on my phone here and I'm going to import my photograph, upload from device, from my little camera library here. And we're going to bring in all of my days of the week and it should update.
Oh, look at that.
Here we go. It'll be coming in. I'll maybe have to hit refresh.
Remember, my friend, this is live. That's what makes it
it's
more
live,
beautiful.
yeah.
You can't get any more live than this, literally. It's just gonna...
I know, I did say to you before, I was like, my plan is I'm going to use my phone. And you're
you
like,
did
okay.
it. You did it. We've got a question asking, are you using Adobe Capture? But it's just the old
No,
school,
I literally just took a photo on my camera phone and uploaded it via the Adobe Express app.
Nice, there we go.
But you totally could use Adobe Capture as well.
It's all in the same space, right?
Yeah.
It's all about how it all links together.
Yeah. But, right, okay, what day was it yesterday that I travelled here?
Almost forget. Wednesday.
Was that a Wednesday?
Don't worry.
Okay.
My brain gets a bit fuzzy in the
Right,
Adobe space as well.
let's go for Wednesday. We're going to crop this in. And then we are going to do a little background remove to get rid of this white paper background.
Yes.
Now, it takes a little while to load usually, but there's a couple of ways we could do this. I could also use the multiply for the blend mode here. You see I've got a little bit of a shadow in the back there and I don't want that. I think it'll look better if it's like fully cut out.
Sure.
What do you think?
Yeah, I mean, it's that awkward kind of box on the edge now.
Yeah.
We don't be too perfect, but then there's always that element of...
Yeah, sometimes if you like mess with the brightness and contrast, that can sometimes minimize it. Oh, that's actually okay.
Yeah, it's not far off.
Yeah. Let's leave it like that for now. In fact, let's go back to remove background because that looks like that's available now. And let's see how well this does.
I think you get away with it as well because that paper, there's some dark sort of shades in that texture, so you can get away with having some darker edges.
For sure, yeah. Right, let's try background remove on this. and see what it makes of my lettering. Okay, I feel like that's worked quite well. Let's maybe do a little bit of a rotation. Scale up, scale down. I like how it's also got this like a bit of a textural quality on that big W here. Okay, now we've removed the background, it means that I can change the colour of this because it's not just a square anymore. But I'm going to go for a bit of a torn paper effect, I think, because that's something that I go back to quite a lot in my journals. Let's figure out which one we're going to choose. Was there a nice, like, this one looks quite good. And we'll make like a little border.
Nice.
Was there another one? Let's see. One that was sort of more straight. This is the thing, you could mess around with these elements for such a long time.
I was gonna say that's the beauty of when we have these tools, right? Because they make it in a way where it's so much easier, it's much more streamlined as well for your process, which is why we're doing today. So
I'm gonna search torn paper. Okay, this is the one that I want.
Is that the winner, is it? Okay.
Yeah, and obviously it can't be the same tone as the background, so we're gonna have to change the colour on this. So let's go back into effects.
Nice.
What colour says like traveling to Munich on a Wednesday to you?
What gives us that vibes? It's so narrow. I love
those vibes? Ooh. Like this sort of rust colour.
My brain's thinking lilac just because before we came on the stream we were discussing colours.
We're all lilac. We could go lilac if you like.
I mean, I
like the lilac. Yeah. Let's change the order of this so that our text is on the top. Okay. And I quite like the black. It's like nice and contrasty for a title page, but I think maybe let's do a little duotone on that.
Nice.
Let's see, what would look good against this? We could either make it like full on white, or we could do like something complementary to the lilac.
Or even like we eye drop of like the background of the paper, maybe. I don't know. That's a thing.
Ooh, okay, yeah, we could do that. Let's try that.
Could be odd, maybe. I don't know.
Yeah.
Just throwing ideas out there.
Wait there, maybe if I make the highlights the same colour, it'll be more of like this stone paper colour. I quite like that.
It's looking sharp.
What do you reckon?
Yeah, it's looking good. Let us know in the chat what you folks think as well. If anything you want to see as well, or even experiment and test out live on the stream, we are definitely open to it.
So I think I'm going to add a date as well. And I've not done all of my elements as handwritten elements, so I think I'm going to use some text as well.
Nice.
Let's drop some text in for what date it was as my little title page. And you're going to also have to remind me. My watch will tell me.
I was just thinking, I was like, I know it's Thursday, but what actual Thursday is it? That's it. Life of creative, right?
Which actual Thursday? Okay, and I am going to go for... I love the typewriter font. I feel like for my style of journaling, which is a bit vintagey, I'm going to pick Courier.
Typewriter.
What do you think?
What you folks don't know in the chat is before we all came online, we had like a little discussion in the room and we were all discussing our favourite fonts. And I mean, we could have been there for an extra few more days just discussing fonts.
Oh, yeah.
It's a tricky one to get once you're into it, right?
It is, but do you know, I find I always go back to the same ones. Yeah. You have your favourites.
You want to mix it up, but you're like, I don't know, this one works, so I'm gonna.
I like this one, yeah. Yeah, okay, so Wednesday was my travel day, and in the morning I had to feed my cats, plus my mum's cat that I'm cat sitting for. Okay. So I did a little doodle of my all of the cats that I had to feed in the morning. And I am gonna pull them from my file here. Let's see.
We've got Sandrine saying, discussing fonts, ? I'm in. There we go. So, I mean, literally, we are in the safe space for literally geeking out all things fonts, but also Adobe Express, even more importantly. We've got Alessandra, who's basically saying as well, the texture and the colour goes really well. So she's digging your
do you know, palette. I appreciate the advice on the lilac, because this probably... Although I have a lot of lilac
We've got a lot of colours around, literally. We've got a lot of colours in our space today.
I probably wouldn't have chosen this. So, yeah, I appreciate it.
It's team effort. More you, but it's definitely a team effort.
No, I think this is a good show. I'm enjoying the lilac and the stone colour type as well.
I'm liking those cats as well.
I'm going to add my little cat doodle in as well. And this is such a quick sketch. Like, it's so... I mean, this one in the middle... It's quick,
but it's pretty neat though. I mean,
do you think?
It's neater than most cat drawings I could do. Okay. I'll just put it out there. There we go.
That makes me feel better. Okay, so this hasn't handled this super well. So I'm gonna go in and I'm gonna see if I can restore some of this.
I felt like the cat's back was turned for a second.
Yeah, they've just...
just like my brain went into, oh, what was happening? Just
Okay, so I've just clicked restore here, and I'm going to try and make my brush as small as possible. And zoom in. Can I zoom? And then I'm just gonna click on where the cats are and see if I can bring this back. I wonder if it was because my picture never had enough contrast. I don't know how successful this is gonna be. Maybe we do the multiply thing for this.
Good. And it's a bit of a trial and error, and I think that's what we said at the beginning. It's that's when you folks start hopefully getting out there and in the wild world and obviously experimenting with Express. Sometimes a little bit of trial and error, and that's okay because you're kind of finding your feet in this new tool.
I feel like this actually looks not too bad like
that
this.
Works.
If we just do mess a little bit with the brightness and the contrast, maybe that means that our box is almost completely gone. And then it'll hopefully not look too terrible here. What do you reckon?
Organised chaos, I like to call it. There we go.
Love it, yeah.
I think it's looking good. I think it's looking good. I mean, each cat has his own personality there. I can tell the vibes.
For sure, yeah. So I'm gonna pull this underneath the torn paper layer as well, just in case there is like a little outline at all. It'll be hidden by the purple border.
Cool.
Let's see. That looks okay. Okay, so I feel like this quite accurately encapsulates, try and say those two words together, my Wednesday morning feeding the cats and grabbing my flight to Munich. So my next step was my travel to the airport. So I think what I'm going to do to try and keep this vibe going, our torn paper in purple, let's just duplicate this page and get rid of the cats. We'll get rid of the Wednesday.
They will come back, by the way. Don't worry. We're not saying goodbye to the cats forever. It's just if anyone's joined any connections to your...
I know, if you've become super connected to my cat doodles, please let me know. I'll print them on a t-shirt and you can order them from my store.
I mean, you say that now. I mean, folks are going to literally be in the thousands, Nikki. They'll be coming to you.
If you want the cats on a t-shirt, write it in the chat. And if I get more than how many comments?
Oh wow! I mean, you're putting that out there. I love that. Once it's out there, there's no coming back. Literally, just
let's set it high.
Go on, my friends. Start the trend.
If the cats get more than 100 comments, I'll print the
I want to see cat emojis now just popping up on the stream. And questions, of course, as well. So I'll open the floodgates to just cats. Okay. But yes, let's jump back into TFB.
That's okay. We can digress. If it's about cats, that's fine. Okay, so I'm going to keep this nice papery background. Let's move it a little bit so that it's like a slightly different area of paper. And let's set this purple at the bottom as like our little footer. And I might just go ahead and lock this background so it doesn't shuggle around.
Yeah.
Let's do that. Okay. So for my travel day, we were at the airport. I took some photos of my case and I did a little drawing of my coffee. So maybe I could bring those in.
Yeah, sure.
Let's try and do the photo first. How about
Sounds
that?
Good.
Let's try and recreate this cheap version of Polaroid pictures. Nice. So you don't need to stress out about whether or not they're going to turn out or how much money you've spent on them because they're all here in Adobe Express.
It's all in one space. It's all in one space to make life so much easier for us.
Yeah, so back into our elements, my favourite place.
Nice.
And let's search for, let's see my previous search, Polaroid. And see, I've actually started favoriting some of
you've got a few,
my most used ones. I really love that you can favorite stuff now.
Yeah, it's going to make life easier, right? Just to
yeah, so much easier. It means that you can just find the stuff that you use.
Yeah. I mean, I'm digging, I know we're going to go way off, but that film reel is actually quite cool. I mean, we're definitely not doing that in this space, but...
We could,
I mean, I saw that.
Should we add it in and see?
Because I like going to cinema. But yeah, there we go. It looks interesting.
Let's see. I mean, that could work. I could always add my photos into that. What do you think? It's either that or the Polaroid one. See, the thing about the Polaroid is it's like light coloured in the background. Yeah. So there's not much contrast.
It could be a bit trickier potentially.
So this potentially could give us a little bit more contrast with some of my photographs.
And you might have to take the risk of on your left and right, maybe them cropping off awkwardly. But if you're down for that, I mean, I don't know. I don't want to. Like ripping apart your
Oh,
creation.
what, you mean the photograph getting cropped inside it?
Once they're in there. But
let's drop them both in and then we can see which one.
Maybe we'll do a vote, I'm just saying. I mean,
yeah, actually, maybe that's a good idea.
Yeah.
Maybe let's do a poll.
We're treating you folks to
Stream
Express
poll?
We do love a poll on Adobe Live, so we're good for it.
I feel like the background colour needs to change a little bit here because these elements are getting kind of lost. What do you think?
Possibly, especially the Polaroid is a little bit, you need more of a contrast.
I love using a Polaroid, but it just looks like there's no contrast between
unless it like overlaps the purple, but even then,
that's a good idea actually if it was to be like this.
Possibly.
Yeah, let's maybe do like a little tint or something like that on this. And we could either go, what do you think?
Well, I was just saying very quickly, I think we opened the floodgates now to the cat emojis. They're coming in the hundreds, or maybe that's exaggeration, but yeah, there we go. A few cat.
So folks are interested in the cat t-shirts,
they possibly are. Yeah, you've opened that door now. So yeah. Okay, I see we've done in the background now. It's a bit more darker.
It's a bit more of a contrast, but I still don't feel like it's enough. What do you reckon?
It's tricky because of that kind of off-white of the Polaroid. It's you're kind of governed by having its contrast with that Polaroid, no?
Yeah.
Because it's just a dominant factor in the design.
Or maybe we could bring up the purple.
I see a bit more.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe that works. What do you think?
And the image was sitting in the center of that image.
Yeah. This is the thing I love about collage. Like a lot of it, when you're doing it in physical collage, you can move everything around before you glue it down. And I feel like this is what this stage is like when you're moving everything. As much as I love the film reel, I feel like the Polaroid is going to work better.
Thank you for humouring me though. No, I love that you even entertained that idea. I was not expecting that, but there we go.
Or like maybe even we could move this here and then have the Polaroid at the top. And then that means that it's fully on this purple section. Nice. Or make this more dominant. What do you think?
My brain was even thinking if you brought that, I don't want to be that classic art director. I was saying, can you move it down there? If you shunted it down the purple a little bit, like having a little bit in that top left hand corner of just like I don't know, like it's a scrap down the middle, no?
Yeah, like this, you think?
Possibly, yeah. Or like an angle, but
more of an angle.
Maybe let's just see.
Like this.
Yeah, possibly.
Yeah, again, I do actually like that little bit of like just showing. Yeah. Okay, love it. Okay, cool. Now, let's see, we're going to do travel day, and I did get some cool pictures of my suitcase at the airport, so maybe let's drop one of those in, but I didn't actually get a good picture of Munich coming in here. I got a picture of the train window.
Blame the pilot, possibly, don't they? You could have just done a little quick, U-turn and then...
Yeah, I was like, I wonder if I could find a Munich picture on Adobe stock. Okay. What do you reckon?
I'm sure we could, surely.
Shall we try? Yeah. Okay.
The Adobe Express gods, I'm sure they will grant us some beautiful Munich photos.
Yeah. Okay.
There we go. I was nervous for a second. I thought my rep was on the line there, correct? One job I had and then there you go.
One job, okay. This one looks kind of cool though. What do you think? I feel like this says...
It says hi, I'm in Munich, no? I don't know,
Yeah, what do you reckon?
I feel like however we crop it, we want to...
Which parts in there. Which are the good parts though?
I mean the tallest features. I feel like they need to.
Yeah. Okay. So maybe this tall spire. Maybe let's just rotate this back to square.
Yeah, so let's make our life easier.
So that we're just not making things super hard for ourselves.
Turning our neck
in. Let's just change the layer so this is behind, and then we can get a little bit of an idea of composition.
Whilst you're doing that, it's a nice time to mention. So we're already half an hour into the stream, which is going wild. So again, all those questions, if you're on YouTube, Behance, get those in the chat, and I will share them directly with Nikki. And today's all about, as we said at the very beginning, Adobe Express. We are looking into tips and tricks surrounding the program, and more importantly, how it can save you time in this space as well. And you're seeing firsthand from Nikki. And I can see folks are actually joined the chat, and we've actually got a friend of ours, Liz Mosley, who's popped in the chat. Hello, Liz. So it's the dream team. There we go.
Oh, hi, Liz.
So, there we go. The production team are excited too, as you very well have heard in the stream. So welcome, Liz, and welcome anyone who's just joined us in the chat. Lovely to see you.
Perfect. Okay, so what do you think for my photo composition of my Polaroid?
I think that's pretty strong,
yeah?
though. Yeah.
Okay.
For anyone's like if there's something that house was in the picture, I feel like we'd be bad enough cropping it out. But I feel like it's...
If I've cropped anyone's house,
we apologise in advance.
I apologise in advance.
We can only have so much of the image in situ, but I think you've done a good job.
I think it looks quite nice, and I didn't spend a single penny wasting Polaroids.
Nice. Cost effective.
Yeah, and I mean, I wasn't at this angle to take this particular photo, which is really great. So
imagine the height you'd have to be at to even get that angle. I mean,
I know.
10 points for effort.
Employ my little pigeon pal to go up with my camera for me.
Fly, my pretties, fly. Yeah, there we go.
I'm just gonna group these two things together so that I've got the ability to just rescale them. Okay.
Nice. I feel like some folks are maybe getting a blast from the past of using Polaroids as well, which is it's quite nice, isn't it?
I like the tactility. Is that a word? Tactileness.
Let us know in the
Let us know in the chat.
Tactile definitely is a word. I know that for certain. I'll draw the line there and retract back. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. I'm not gonna start saying
making up words now. I like that. Okay.
I love to use washi tape in my journal when I'm sticking my real Polaroids in.
Okay.
And obviously washi tape is something that is quite bulky to carry around. So I've started adding my own washi tape collection to a library.
Are you going to treat us and show? Oh, wow.
So let me just find my library for this. So I've called it Travel Journal Supplies. So things that I want to use over and over again, like washi tape, like any particular phrases, like or days of the week, this kind of thing. So I've started adding these to my journal supplies library.
Nice.
And let's just drag one of these in just so I can show you how it kind of works. Oh, that is not what I was expecting. Let's not drag, let's click on this instead. That makes more sense. So this is actually one of my friend's washi tape designs.
Nice. Shout out friend.
Palaska. She designs these amazing washi tapes. They're all she's got 2 designs right now, cute florals. She's also an Adobe Express ambassador.
Whoop, whoop.
Just saying. But I love her washi tape designs, and it's just such a practical way to carry them around in your Express toolkit to have these little samples. So I made these in Photoshop, actually. Let's see if we can go over.
Yeah. I mean, that's quite nice what you're going to show us now, where we can almost like interlink between the programs that are on CC, but also Express, which is cool. See how they all work together.
Where are my samples here? Yeah, so we have my library window here. And I think as well with this, I just took a picture of these swatches with my phone. I could have scanned them in, but I had my phone, so I was I'll just use my phone and see how it works out. And yeah, they actually came out okay. And because some of them are metallic, this one at the bottom here.
That was quite cool, that colour sort of blend then.
Yeah, it actually turned out quite nice. So
have you got a favourite? I've just got to put out just very quickly, like out of the washi tapes.
Out of the washi?
Yeah, what's your...
So I designed the one that's got the biscuits on it.
Of course.
That's my own personal design. Yeah. A lot of these are my own designs, actually. The scallops, I really love that. The red and the pinky. Yeah. Gingham is quite classic. I love a gingham. Nice. And then Kit did the red one with the floral and the pink and green one at the top as well.
Nice.
But yeah, it's hard to choose. It's like when someone asks you what your favourite biscuit or...
I was thinking say favourite child for a second. There's how dark we're going to go in this stream, but favourite biscuit,
it's very difficult to choose, so I just made sure that they were all on their own layers, and then all I need to do is just drag them straight into my library.
Nice.
And let's just see.
For anyone watching and if they're very much already in the Photoshop world, but don't know enough about Express, this is a good chance to be educated into it, right? And understand how it all works together.
Yeah, so you can just drop these into your library and then head over to Express, and you've got access to all of these elements.
Nice.
To use over and over again across all of your projects, really. It doesn't even have to just be in something like a personal project, like a journal or scrapbooking like this.
I love how neat as well you have been with naming your archive.
I've been trying.
Yeah, that's very precise. And again, for sanity purposes, right? It's nice to have things in a nice, neat, orderly Fashion. There we go. No judgment here. No judgment.
I mean, naming things is something that I need to get better at for sure. But it definitely does help down the line.
It does, exactly.
When you're looking for something and it's like, oh, washi one is not the most sensible idea of a naming
1, 2, 3, 4,
convention.
5, you know, just like, yeah.
Yeah, but these are all linked from your Photoshop library as well.
Nice.
So you can access these all here. So I think this one here, I'm going to switch this out.
Sure.
I think maybe, let's see.
And can we also link as well other programs as well, like Illustrator?
Yeah,
Nice.
you can
There we
use
go.
Illustrator things as well, vectors.
Nice.
So yeah, it's a nice way to keep all of your assets that you want to go back to over and over again in the one place. And I know that these are going to be super useful for me because I love carrying all of my stationery around with me and I just don't have the physical space. So I'm going to drop this red one in. What do you think? Do you think that's too much of a contrast to the purple?
Ooh. Possibly.
Pause.
Yeah.
You're like,
Because you know what it is? My brain's thinking
hurts my
there's
eyes.
so much like things happening in the bottom of the image, i.e. all the architecture. You feel like it needs to be maybe more simplified, possibly.
Okay. What about this black and white one?
Could do. My brain's already thinking is it the metallic one you had there actually?
Oh, let's see.
Maybe.
Which one?
The it's kind of wavy middle one. There we go. That's
The
one.
scallops?
Maybe.
This is like a bit subdued. You're like, we could always put like a tint on it or something like that if you don't like the colours.
Oh, I mean, I love.
I feel like I'm designing your travel dress.
I've been rumbled, literally. There we go.
Actually, no, just do it like this. Okay.
We're both tilting our heads at an angle to try and get the right possible
Let's
design.
see.
I love that.
Yeah, because this is actually coming out with lots of really fun options here.
I can
Just
see
using
folks-
the duotone.
Folks in the chat as well are already super engaged, and we've got and actually going back to the patterns. Sadrine said you could also make the pattern illustrator. Yes, you could.
Yeah.
And obviously, what we're doing, we're giving you a first-hand experience of, or showing you how programs like Illustrator, Photoshop can all be linked into Express. So for anyone who's quite new to this is where it works. And any questions, let us know.
What do you think of the turquoise?
That works a bit better than the orange one, though.
I think that's better than the red, isn't it?
Yeah.
And I'm going to just change the opacity on this as well because does anyone in the chat use washi tape?
Oh, there we go. Washi tape lovers.
If there's
where
any
you at?
washi
Let
tape
us know.
lovers out there, you will know that washi tape is not 100% opaque. It's got a little bit of you can see through it a little bit. So I'm going to adjust this a
All
little
the
bit.
washi tape lovers now of the Adobe universe, the ears are pricked up. I'm like, okay, I've heard my calling. We've got a question here from General who said, any ideas whether we'll ever have copy and paste between Express and Photoshop?
Oh, I'm pretty sure you can do that already.
There we go.
Do you want me to try it?
Try. I mean, we're doing links in the archives of our libraries because it's nice to have everything nice and neat.
Yeah, I think you can. So for things like this, for example, so let's bring in my coffee cup. That is actually a great segue into this.
Nice.
So earlier on when I was working on this, I separated the background out from my line art. So what I'm going to do is, and we could do it both ways. Let's just do it as if I hadn't done anything to the drawing at all. I'm pretty sure this works.
But if it does work, then 10 points because we've got our lovely Shawn Cassel who's up next. He said it doesn't, but we're not too sure. But maybe it could.
I think it does.
Oh, there we go.
I
love the
does.
battle. I love the.
We're going to try it. Right, so I'm just going to
Quite nervous
lasso
now. I don't know
around
what's going to happen
this.
next.
Okay, I'm pretty sure I tried this and it worked.
Okay,
And I'm
let's
going to
see.
Command C. Oh.
Usually I know ahead what's happening in the stream, but I
And
have no idea what's
then
going to happen
I'm gonna
next.
paste. Whoa!
Whoa!
It worked.
Mine is
There
blown.
you go. You can copy and paste.
Wow! That's how excited he is. I love it.
Oh, when the
I
foam,
wasn't expecting that.
when the foam finger comes out, you know
you know
you've
it
done
means
something
business.
really impressive.
I
Okay,
love that.
cool. So here's my coffee cup from
That was
my
our
little
professional Tim, by the way,
sketch.
from production. Just getting involved. I love that for anyone who
Love
doesn't
it.
know. I'm
Thank
sure
you,
do know who he
Tim.
is. We love you, Tim. Great.
So here's my little coffee cup, which actually did copy and paste in
Nice.
from, and yeah, I was on my layer here. That's a transparency. But if I was to copy and paste, let's try it from the background layer, it would bring it
a
in
bit
with
wild, no?
the background as well. I'll just show you the difference. So I'm just using copy and paste on the keyboard. Oh, didn't lock that layer.
But I guess the downside to that as well, it won't be in your archive or your library, so nice and neat.
No,
Yeah,
this
so-
this method, it means it's not going to be in your library, but you might not want a coffee cup in your library forever. This
Possibly,
just must
yeah.
be,
But the
this could
option's
be
there.
like a little one-off thing.
Yeah. Great question, by the way.
Yeah.
And chat, thanks. And again, that's what we like to see. You know, just throw it out there. We experiment. We see if it does work. Awesome. If it doesn't.
Basically, tell us what to make and we'll try and make it for you.
There we go. There we go.
So yeah, let's see about the coffee cup. I am going to bring this in.
These comments are great. Which team did win? I think it was between yourself and Shawn of whether it was going to work or not. Team Nikki won, actually. But again, it was nice to sort of see the difference of would it work, would it not? And
yeah, I mean, and that half of the fun is experimentation and trying.
Totally.
Back to my creativity quote. You can be creative if you're not afraid to make mistakes.
There we go.
Because sometimes mistakes happen, and that's just part of being creative.
By the way, we there's a few washi tape lovers in the chat. I'm just going to put it out there to you now. We've got Clever who said, I use washi tape all over my keyboard. There we go.
Oh, I love that. I had a washi tape spacebar at one point.
Nice.
How do you see the numbers and letters? This is my question to you. Please tell me.
Let us know.
Or do you cut out washi tape numbers and letters?
That is wild. If you do that, then 10 points for effort.
Yeah.
I need to get on board in this washi tape
it's
phase.
good fun.
I'm missing out, clearly.
It is good fun.
I'm missing out.
What do you think? Could I make my little coffee cup this light colour?
I wonder which coffee shop you went to. I mean, the
nerd coffee shop.
There we go. We're not name dropping any brands here in today's stream, just the nerd coffee. I think that's cool. I always think as well like legibility or visibility for those who maybe struggle with colour.
Yeah, that's a very good point.
So
what
it looks
about this?
cool,
Like this dark green sort of matches their tape up here, and then we could sort of have an overlap in the corner.
So the majority of it is on
this.
the paper texture.
Yeah. And maybe instead of my hand lettered title this time, I could just use some text and another font that I like.
Let's do it.
Are we
going to use the same font that your favourite font, or are we going to mix it up?
No, let's use another font.
Okay.
Font choices that are retro in the comments, please.
Let us know. Let us know. Weird. Can't get the words out of my mouth today. Let us know in the comments. Words that are fonts that are retro.
Fonts that are retro.
There we go. Speak for me, Nikki.
My go-to retro font. I love Cooper.
Cooper's a classic.
Cooper's like nice and round. It's like, See, this is currently in use.
Okay.
What do you think?
Yeah, it looks very. If I was to Google Munich travel day, I feel like that would come up as.
Do you think?
Possibly. I mean, I'm just saying words now, but maybe.
Just saying
words. But I think that does look cool. It does work well.
I'm gonna group my washi tape with my photo because I feel like they belong together.
Yeah, we don't want things moving off in separate ways.
What do you think? I quite like this.
Yeah, I mean, my brain is feeling like Munich needs to be on the top line, and then travel day maybe.
I'm glad I've got a graphic designer with me today.
I mean, the editorial, I don't want to do right a line. Maybe I'm just saying,
like this, or big Munich and then small travel day.
Oh, let's try it. Let's see what happens.
Let's get rid of this. How about that?
I guess Munich is the more.
Munich is the star of the show,
Loud and proud. I mean, we're in Munich, designing for Munich. There we go.
A little right line.
Yeah, but what could be wild? I mean, the tape, if the sticky tape is just overlapping the M slight. It's a tricky one, isn't it? Because it's all
like this?
Like on top?
On top.
Now I'm telling you what to do. Now I feel like a monster.
No, so we'll have to ungroup this then.
Just ever so slightly.
So if I move this up in the layers like to here.
Cool.
And then we've got our type sort of playing with the washi a little bit. Yeah. I quite like that.
Yeah, so it's just enough over that you can still read it to them.
Yeah. I like it. And then not black. Let's go for something else.
It's nice to see how you're using the layers while they're on the far right, where you can, folks can get an idea of how it all works together.
Yeah.
What goes on front.
So easy just to play around with stuff and change the order of things. I feel like this is too light.
We've got a comment from Shawn who said, "Don't spill the coffee. I see a white shirt." There we go. So for anyone watching, there was a bit of worriness wearing a white shirt on a stream with all the beautiful food we had, but everything is safe. We're in a good place.
So far, so
Don't
good.
Jinx it.
I see your cup over there.
Just mint tea in there, so I can't go wrong with that. There we go. I love that. And it's a nice time to mention, time is literally flying by. We've got another little 12 minutes. So again, any comments or questions you want to see in the, Nikki create, please do let us know in the chat and I will share that directly with her.
Let's go for, how about we add some little stickers.
Cool.
From elements, and then we do something that our regular travel journal couldn't do, and we add some animations.
Let's do it.
Yeah. And then when I upload this as a carousel, because carousels are the thing that are getting so much traction on Instagram right now, a little carousel photo dump moment.
Okay. Love it.
We can have animations in each of those things. How about that?
That sounds
I do really like this overlap with the tape thing as well.
Yeah, I don't know. It's like I always, even in general, just like design purposes, I love when things overlap slightly enough that it doesn't ruin the legibility, but just enough that it works.
Oh, I've messed around with this now.
We've got Sandrine who said there's one Adobe fonts / Express called Nikki Typewriter.
What? Is this my font?
It's a font literally named after you, Nikki. That's how awesome. That's how much we love you in Adobe Space.
Do I have this font though? Have I?
Are you licensed?
No.
I don't know if we're just taking credit for something that we did not do, but there we go.
Okay, I'm going to search for foil stickers because foil stickers have my heart. I am a sticker fanatic. I've got a big folder of stickers that I've like kept for my whole life at home that one day maybe I'll use.
I'm proud of you. That's amazing. One day when we stream again, bring a sticker collection, honestly, and biscuit collection, of course.
But these stickers, you don't need to worry about using them because there's as many as you want.
Yeah, they look good.
Yeah. Do you like my overlap here?
It's a strong overlap.
Yeah.
It's a very strong.
I think the holographic, the colours in that go really well with the lilac as well.
Yeah, there's like hints of purple in there, isn't there? So it does work well.
Yeah, let's have a look. Any other fun stickers? What else would work with this? Let's go into some of my other slides because there was some stickers there that I really love.
Inspiration.
Some of these gemstones, maybe?
Okay.
Shall we just like copy some of these?
Just mix it up.
So I'm just shift clicking.
Nice.
To select both of them, and I'm going to Command C.
Just on that, it's nice that when you get sort of quite comfortable in the Adobe Express, you can start using the shortcuts, right?
Yeah.
I mean, that's the beauty. Obviously, you're a seasoned pro, so you know the shortcuts. But for anyone watching who's very new, I mean, that's the beauty of it. You start to get familiar with the program, you learn it, and then you start to master the terms of shortcuts, which make life very easier and streamlined.
And they're mostly all the same, aren't they? Across?
Pretty much, yeah.
So once you've learned them once, you don't need to really.
Intuitive.
Yeah.
100%.
Oh, I love the stickery vibe.
Oh, do you know who's loving your stickery vibe as well on the chat? Liz is loving your shit. Oh my goodness. I love a Dymo labels. There we go. So you're in
Dymo labels. Oh, maybe we could quickly make a Dymo label.
Let's make it. What
do you think?
I mean,
we've got time.
We've got time. We'll make time. I mean, I say that as if we'll make time. We can make
it time. Should we try and make a Dymo label from scratch? So for anyone that's never heard of Dymo labels, it's like an old plastic label maker. Okay. Would you like manually clunk the letters in and it would press the letter into the tape?
I'm glad that you mentioned that because I generally didn't know and I was embarrassed.
Really?
And now I don't feel so awkward and embarrassed.
I'm so glad to be able to tell you. Yeah, so it's like this style of lettering.
Cool.
If there's a close-up available.
There we go, we've got a nice zoom in. There we go. Just like here's what I made earlier. I love it.
This style of lettering, so it's like a black usually tape, and then the letters are almost like embossed in with the machine. Now label makers, it's all just like thermal print, just like shoots it out a million miles an hour. But this is like an old style, so let's try and do that. So I think let's start with a black rectangle.
Cool.
Why not? Let's get rid of foil stickers here and go to shapes. And rectangles, and let's see. Let's zoom in.
Just question again. Anyone who's in the chat who is very familiar with Adobe Express, let us know what cool things you like to make in Express as well. It's always nice to know what our community likes to use Express for. So let us know in the chat what you do and what you use it for if you do use it. So love to hear it.
I love using it. It's just my big portable collage stash. So fun. Right, okay, so I've got my black Dymo outline.
Yep, ready.
Let's see, what will we say? Day 1, but we don't want it to be this font. We want to go back to our typewritery font.
Nice.
This one.
Not the Nikki typewriter one, is it? It's not
I
that. Not
need
that.
to
Not
look
today.
this up. What is the Nikki
We will do our research.
typewriter font? Ah.
Or maybe it's associated with you with the typewriter because they've connected the two together. It's not actually
Now they're
a real.
connected.
There we go.
Okay.
I'm excited to see how this pans out now.
So let's see. Day 1. That looks about right for the type, but I feel like maybe we should use some effects or something like that.
Just so it feels a bit more embossed, you mean?
Yeah, something to make it look a bit embossed. Let's see what options we've got here. Let's see, a hazy shadow maybe? If we can change the colour on that to like white or something.
Okay.
Maybe not.
A bit more
What
glow in the
about
dark sort of
glow?
label.
Or we want it to look a little bit 3D, right?
Yeah.
So
Like slightly raised. What's that? Is that Halo? No, Halo wouldn't work. My brain was thinking in a slightly.
Halo. Oh yeah,
Probably
sort
not
of
though.
like.
A bit more fuzzy on it. I can see folks in the chat are sharing what they use Express for, which is great to see. And again, it's always nice to know what our community are up for. We've got Janie said, I really like Adobe Express for quick animations.
Okay.
There we go.
Maybe that's our sign to finish our Dymo label and do some quick animations.
There we go. We're trying to squeeze it all out because there's so much to do, right?
I
mean, that's the beauty of why we have Express.
And I feel like I could
can
just
cover loads.
potter around on this for such a long
cover.
time.
Yeah.
Let's see. I feel like that's okay
Yeah,
for
that's
a
a
quick
close,
fix, right?
Yeah.
That's not too bad.
I love that you indulged us with that as well. Thank you for
Yeah.
You found time. You carved time out to to get in the Dymo label.
We'll try and get our Dymo labels in as
All good.
possible. Let's just. I feel like from a distance that doesn't look too bad. Let's just group those both together and make it a little bit smaller and have it as like overlapped
Nice.
on here or something.
Yeah.
Yeah. And should we do some animation?
Let's do some animation.
What do you
We've got a
reckon?
solid 5 minutes, but I feel like we can crack it.
Yeah.
We can crack that code.
For sure.
Yeah.
So shall we have like the washi tape dropping in?
Landing on it on top of me?
Yeah,
Okay.
like as if you're like sticking the washi or
Yeah.
sticking the stickers or something like
Yeah,
that.
that'd be cool.
Okay.
That love
so-
heart one would work as well, wouldn't it? Quite nice. Just like
Yeah.
a clip-on effect.
So I've got some space here. I feel like if I had more time, I would add maybe a little summary of my travel day with some type or something
Nice.
like that.
It set itself up nicely for that space, isn't it? Just for some body
it's
copy.
a nice,
Yeah.
a nice little bit of breathing space for that. So I'm just going to open up the timeline here, and I'm going to click on this guy, our washi tape, or should we do for the stickers?
I mean, if we've got time, we can do both.
Okay,
And
right,
just-
let's try washi. So into
Just throwing
animation.
things your way and see if you hit them at the park. I'm sure you will anyway.
Right, so into animation, and
Nice.
we've got all of our different animation styles here. So we can animate things coming in, what they do in the middle, the loop, and then how they end, so
Cool.
out as well. So we kind of talked about how it might be fun to have it like dropping in. What do you think? So we could bungee or actual drop.
Do you know what's
Spin.
crazy? I almost feel like that spin one where it kind of came from the left. I thought that was quite cool because it's almost like it comes
This one
off the
here?
pasteboard and then there was one before where it was just possibly was it the
Not this.
not that one? No, it's like a kind of there's like almost like a
Tumble in?
tumble it in from the left. Yeah,
Well, this
maybe.
that used to be called tumble in, and now it's just tumble.
It's just tumble. They removed the. We've streamlined it even more so that we've just taking too much time.
But I
out.
see what you mean, the idea of it sort of coming off of your pasting board
Possibly,
and onto
yeah.
the canvas.
But by all means, you
Tumble or spinner are kind of... Oh no, I see the difference
Yeah.
between them. One.
let us know very quick. I mean, again, we've got 3 minutes, but let us know in the chat. What are you team tumble or team spin?
Team tumble or team spin?
What
I
a
feel like
random-
that's good.
Yeah.
And then we don't really need to make that move or anything because once it's on,
Sure.
I think. And then let's go for these stickers as well. Let's animate them both together.
By the way, I wouldn't be a good host if I didn't mention we've got some folks absolutely digging your Dymo label. We've got Jane
Oh,
who
I'm
said
glad.
that they look really good. It just looks like a real one as well.
Do you know?
Thumbs up emoji.
When you
Boom.
look at it from here, I think it does.
I mean, I thought it was stuck on the actual screen. That's how much you fooled me in believing
Did
that is
I?
a genuine.
Well,
Possibly,
there
anyway.
we go.
Well, maybe that one I did some serious.
I'm in the wrong industry here. I should be making fake Dymo labels day in, day
You've
out.
opened the floodgates to that now, haven't you? Yeah.
Right, okay, so for our second set of stickers, what do we reckon? Fade in?
Fade one's
Or
interesting.
flicker, drop? Let's do slide, and then we're going to make it loop. Let's do like a little bob like this.
That's cool.
Because I feel like
Yeah.
that sort of gives it
Kind of
a
like
little bit
wavy,
of movement, yeah. And what length is our thing here? 5 seconds. So that's good because the minimum amount of time you can publish a video for Carousel is 5 seconds. So
Cool.
top tip, always make sure that your slides are 5 seconds for carousels.
There we go.
And
Heard the gems directly from Nikki.
And let's open up the layer time in here and see if we can actually make this.
Nice.
Can we make this come in a little bit later? What do you reckon?
So we're having the sticker on the Polaroid first, and then it was the heart.
Yeah. So let's try and keep people's attention by doing a couple of things over a space of time. So first of all, we're going to have a washi.
Nice.
And then our sticker.
Yeah.
Obviously didn't catch that little one there. Let's make that come in a bit later on again by messing with this timeline here.
But even how clear the timeline is quite nice, like functionality wise.
Yeah,
it's
I
very
love this.
simple,
yeah, the bars at the top. It just it reminds me of Adobe Rush days.
Oh, okay. I think you say Flash for a second.
I've used Flash as well.
Going old school, saying our age now.
That's further back in
blast
time.
from the past. It's looking good.
Yeah. And then we could also animate my little drawing.
Yeah, I was going to say, we can't leave that one out. We can't leave that out, of course.
I feel like something, just like a little wiggle or something like that.
Yeah, nothing too wild. Not enough wiggle that it spills the coffee onto my shirt, right? Just that amount.
We want to make sure there are no coffees spilling on your shirt.
No coffees will harm.
I know that you are concerned about that today. And let's have that wiggling for the full 5 seconds.
Nice.
What do you think? Yeah, so super quick animations coming in here. And the elements, I could go ahead and even do this one as well. I
was going to say, it felt a bit left out, didn't it? Like
let's just make that one not spin. We want to just do a little...
few seconds before we have to go to our next awesome stream. But then, we'll fit it in.
This is the thing I love about round and circular elements. You can put the spin on them and they sort of can just infinitely go round like that.
Looking sharp.
How cool is that?
Well, it's come together so well. Yeah. Thank you so much to sort of see how it's all.
That was super fun. I feel like I want to spend another hour adding all of my content into this.
We've got so much more streams to fit in, but I feel like definitely we will
I'm gonna get kicked out.
Have you back and then kick us both out. But no, you've been an absolute dream to sort of see how you work in Adobe Express, and hopefully everyone in the chat can see all positive energy, how you guys can work on it and use it and become more streamlined in the process. So. Up next, we're going to have the wonderful Shawn Cassel, who'll be working again in Express and learning some tips and tricks of how we can do it. So we'll see you in a few minutes. Grab a quick smoothie, quick cup of tea, and we're back shortly. See you later. Ciao. Hello, my friends. We are back. We have got the wonderful human being who goes by the name of Shawn Cassel. How you doing, Shawn?
I am wonderful. It is great to be back in Munich. I love it. I love it. And it's wonderful to see chat from the last stream. Hello, everybody.
Yes, everyone was super active in that last stream, and I feel like it won't be any different as well. It'll be even more. Who knows? And as you know, we are doing all things Adobe Express today, so nothing has changed. And we're going to be seeing firsthand from the man himself, Shawn, and how he uses Express, and also some tips and tricks along the way. So, Mr. Shawn, when you're ready, feel free to segue into it.
Let's do it.
Sure.
So coming up, I love the Olympics. I absolutely love the Olympics. And so the 28th, August 28th, is the opening ceremony for the Paralympics. Now, in the US, we don't get to see the Paralympics. It's crazy. It's absolutely nuts. And it wasn't till the London Games that I got to see the Paralympics live.
Okay, set the bar, I love it.
Oh, it was so wonderful. So now with the Olympics coming up, I want to make a Paralympic video celebrating the Paralympics. But it's also, it's a little bit backhanded, but you'll see where we go.
Okay.
So let's go ahead, let's get started. And
it's so current because it's actually not long now, is it? Really?
no.
Cool.
What? 6 days.
I'm glad you did the maths rather than me. My brain was not even in tune there, but yeah.
Wait, did you say math?
But see, that's how bad I'm off piece.
I know.
Days.
You're UK. It's maths.
Are we going to be doing? I love. For what you folks don't know, before we came on the stream, we had a whole thing about UK dialect, but that's a whole different stream for another day. Baubles. Anyway, Express.
Okay.
Let's keep it on brand.
So first thing I'm going to do is we need to make a 1920 by 1080 document. So I can just come down here, right down here. Let me use my mouse. Stop using that. We can jump in here, grab our landscape right there, and we're going to click on it. And there is our start. Now, one thing I like to do, even though it's going to be a video, is I like to get my assets down. I like to get everything on a page because I can have multiple pages in Adobe Express. So let's jump over and we're going to come all the way down here to the bottom and we're going to grab our add-ons. Nice. Now, I need a couple assets that I hope I'm not going to get in trouble for using.
Ooh. Okay.
But we're going to try because I know they're very protective.
You're tight-roping the line of what's acceptable and what's not. I trust that you've got us covered there, I'm sure. I mean, no pressure.
No.
This is how library are, my friends.
Don't put it on me. We're going to go over to your add-ons. So we're going to click mine. And I love using brand fetch. I started using brand fetch in Photoshop. So let's open that up. Now, you can see over here under my recent searches that I've got the Olympics.
Cool.
And actually, just to show you how easy it works, the first thing that you want to do is let's do a Paralympics. So I'm going to start typing Paralympics. So Paralympic. And if I can spell it right, it's so small. Paralympics. Okay.
Nice.
There we go. Now we've got the Paralympics. Wow, it's not coming up what I had. Paralympics.org. Nope, doesn't like that. Let's get back here. Okay, let's go ahead, hit the Paralympics NBC. And you can see some of the assets. Now, I'm not getting the asset that I wanted. So we're gonna take care of that because I come prepared. So let's get out of that. Let's come back down here to the Olympics, and it's Olympics.com. And you can see if I go ahead and I click and drag, we've got our rings.
Nice.
Now this is where it's kind of touchy. I know they're very protective of their rings, but I'm gonna show you something that I've done.
Okay.
So over here, I've got another file open that I've created kind of my mood boards. So down here, this is a set of rings that I made in Illustrator and also Photoshop. This was before Intertwine and all of these other great features. I'm not going to use it because it's not flat enough for what we want. I'm going to hit Command-0, zoom out. Here is the logo that is actually for the Paralympics.
Okay.
So we're going to go ahead, Command-C, copy that. Let's get back over here and go Command-V. And now we're getting our assets in. Now, I need to rename this. So we're going to just call this our Para Adobe Live. There we go. And how's chat doing?
I was going to say, I had a little laugh because, there's already a few Lord of the Rings nudge at jokes of the rings. We've got General says, the Lord of the Rings does not share power. But anyway, nice. I love that. And actually, we have got something which is really cool, which I want to share with you. We've got folks sharing their experiences of how they even use Express, which is great. We've got someone, we've got Cassel, I should say, on YouTube who said, I use Express to make materials for my online tutorial classes. I've learned so much today already.
Cool.
So there we go. Thank you. Let us know. That's a good time to mention. Do let us know in the chat what you would like to see as well from Shawn, and more importantly, how you even use Express, because that's why we're here, to teach you guys and to share experiences.
Exactly. Without you, we wouldn't be here.
Just be two dudes in a room streaming to the world, but hopefully people are watching. But the chat makes it more engaging, so we're good for it.
Two dudes in a room. That's okay. We're moving on.
Of peace.
We've got our assets started. So next off, we're going to come up here to the top where we've got our multiple pages. You can see right here, we have one page going. We're going to click on that and let's just add another page. Okay, let's get into that. Double click into that page. And I want to go with a background. We're going to go with a custom color. And I want to go dark, but I don't want to go pure black.
Okay.
So we're going to call that good. Here's my thought.
Hit me.
Sports. Okay. This is what in my mind is there's too much, sports are not inclusive in general. Okay. So in my mind, what I'm thinking is I want a nasty kind of dirty sports, like to start this.
Okay.
And then as we're showing the athletes that are going to be competing in the Paralympics, then it gets to the more inclusive. Softer, sports is for all. So that's what we're going to go for. So right now, all I want to do is I want to grab a text and we're going to add our own text.
Nice.
And use your mouse, Shawn. Let's put in our sports and let's find a new text. So I'm going to come up here and I love this down here at the bottom, right above our head. More, nice. Or move your head.
Move my head. I was going to say, I've got like a bubble above my head there. He knocked me out then for a second.
More fonts. So we're going to click on that. And over here is where we've got our filters, our categories, if you will. Nice. So we want to go to a rough font. So if I'm scrolling through and I am down here and I'm checking out just like a rough kind of nasty looking. Ooh, that's
okay.
That's
a bit rough around the edge.
It is, but it's too rounded. It's too rounded. Not what I want. I want something more chiseled.
Yeah.
But I kind of like the roughness going on there.
Like the inside of it is, yeah.
Yeah.
That's quite nice.
Oh. Ooh. No, that's, I don't
think I know a brand for some reason. My brain went into like a different brand altogether.
That is
VHS.
Yep. So we're going to find a quick, harsh, tripper rough.
Ooh. Okay, that's interesting.
That's interesting, but not good.
I think that's the joys of being a designer, right? Having to flick through the endless amounts of fonts that we have at our disposal, which is a good thing. Yeah,
it is. Let's see here. Sticking with that.
We've got comments from BBC Sports of the 80s. That bubble font. There we go, bringing it back, retro style.
This one, I'm okay. I'm okay with this.
Yeah?
Let's go ahead. Let's get everything aligned.
Cool.
Now, in my mind, this is really important, everybody. When you are going to be designing something, and let's say there's a possibility that you're going to be wanting to post it to Instagram. Always start with your widest ratio, your widest format, because if you're thinking about it, it's going to be so much easier to make it square to post this to Instagram. But let's say to begin with, I want 1920 by 1080 because I'm going to maybe post this to YouTube. So resizing a video is very easy to do, but always start with your widest ratio. It's going to make your life easier immensely. Okay, so we're going to make this just a tiny bit bigger. Let's align it again. So middle center. Now I'm going to use my arrows. And one of the things I like to do, now I'm not going to say you don't do this, but
advise.
Bringing up your text slightly off-centered. It's kind of just something I've learned. I've seen other people
to the eye, you mean? In a way?
Yeah, it's to the eye, but it's just bringing it up. Just having it dead center and center, it's a little boring.
I get you.
So bring it up just a little bit. Just 5, 6 arrow clicks. Nothing big. Nothing big. Okay, so we've got that. Next off, we're going to jump in here and we're not going to duplicate that yet. We're going to stay here. Now, I'm going to turn this into a video. So what I need to do, because right now it's not a video. There's no movement. So we're going to grab our sports and we're going to add an animation. But I may bring it back. I may delete it. Let's do I want this to be kind of vicious. Let's do a shrink. That's what I want. Okay.
In your face kind of, yeah.
Completely in your face. Now, here's a big thing that I'm trying to do, and I've got this wrapped around in my brain, is I'm going to want to have some type of inspirational music. So let's come over here to our, let's get in. Now, I have set up in my favorites, if we go into audio, where is... Do I have to get out to get into my favorites? This is interesting. If I do, that's no problem because I can jump over here.
Yep.
And this is something that I've already worked on. And so I could always bring in, go Command C, grab that audio. Let's get back over, coming down to add audio and go Command V. Oh, it brought everything in. Command Z. You weren't supposed to see that.
Just erase your memory of the last few
Whoops. Yeah. Let's go into your stuff. Here we go.
Nice.
Your stuff, and we have your favorites. So clicking on favorites, and this is really cool. You can save templates, you can save fonts, you can save everything into your favorites. So if there's something that you like to keep coming back to, putting it is in your favorites and then bringing it in from your stuff, favorites, you can just go boom, and here it is. We've got it. Great.
Short and sweet.
Yep.
Nice.
We've got our music. We don't need to go through it. Now let's go ahead and start adding some scenes. Nice. So we're going to go into our media, video, and under the searched, don't read my search. Flat Earth.
I mean, we're gonna obviously now read the search. I love how you tell us don't do it, which is the opposite of what we will do.
No, the first thing came up was flat Earth.
I'm not gonna judge you, man. Whatever. Each to their own, I always say.
Okay, so we're gonna put in our disabled athlete.
That's hilarious. What were you designing, dude, to have even found that? I don't know.
Okay, now you're gonna make me bring it up. No. Nope. Let's come here. We're gonna go.
I'm not two apiece.
This is impressive, actually. This is okay. Let's go into media. We're gonna go into photos, search, and flat Earth. There are actually flat Earth stock.
Never thought to even ever look into that.
No,
Okay.
no. It was
interesting.
It had to do with a Adobe Firefly Discord stream, an astronomy book of flat versus round. We were making textbooks for school. And so I was stunned to find flat Earth images.
And so well done as well. So well done. Just slightly worrying.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, okay, we've got our new scene. We need to get back into our media, our video, and we need
whilst you're doing it, we've got a question here in the chat. And again, which is awesome because we like to see the questions and comments coming through thick and fast as always. Nate, who have asked, are we able to create our own keyboard shortcuts? Which I don't think you can, but I could be wrong.
No, you can't because it's web-based. Since it's a web-based, it doesn't end up saving those type of preferences. It's a good question.
Yeah.
Valid. But the important thing is, if you know your shortcut keys in Photoshop and Illustrator and even InDesign, a lot of them, you know, Command 0 to zoom back out, Command plus, Command negative, Command C, Command V, a lot of those are on a Mac, by the way. A lot of those translate between all those apps.
Nice.
So Express did a good job doing that.
All syncs in all.
Yeah.
I like that. Nice. And great question as well. Keep them coming. Again, anything we don't know, that's why we ask, right? They're professionals, so keep them coming.
Okay, so right now you can see we've got a bunch of videos over here. I'm kind of getting an idea of what we want, and we're gonna just bring in a bunch of videos, like training videos. So I like that one. I'm digging that one. Let's bring that in. Let's add a scene. Let's see. I like this stretching. I love that stretching. Let's get back in, add a scene. Now let's get into the doing. So we're gonna add that one. We're gonna add that. And
some great stock photos here, by the way. Videos, by the way. Such a good selection of things we have to work with.
Oh yeah.
Very, very cool.
Yeah.
They're very diverse as well, I might add.
I mean, it's. I don't want to say diverse. Okay, this is what's interesting. We do have stock photos. We have stock video of disabled athletes, and it's wonderful to see. But it's not enough. We don't have enough. It's not showing a lot of the events because not just the athletes. All of them aren't missing a leg.
Okay. Yeah, I
you
gotcha.
know, some of them you could be not have your vision. There's just so many different disabilities that are associated with the Paralympics. And here, I am sorry to say, I'm working with what I have.
We need to see more eventually. Which hopefully we will in the future to come. I mean, that's the goal, right?
That is the goal. Yep.
Mix it up.
Yep. Okay, so we've got a basketball player. I'm digging that. We've got the stretcher. This one's going to be the last one. We've got the Olympics. There's a tennis player that I would like. Yeah, let's go ahead. Let's add that. So biking, stretching, running, track. Okay.
We're covering.
I'm trying to cover everything.
Of course.
Yeah. And so now let's do the medal. So we've got these guys on the track celebrating, and I want them walking in. Yep, right there. That's the one I want. Okay. We bring that. Let's bring this back to the beginning. Okay. We are going to grab this. We're going to duplicate that. Now I'm going to grab, this is going to be for our ending. Okay. So this is what's going to be pretty cool. For those of you that may not know this is a relatively new feature. I want to point some things out. First off, down here for our audio, a waveform has been added. So this is supposed to help us edit to the beat. So this is relatively brand new. And you can see the beats that we've got going on down here. I'm really hoping my zoom comes through on the stream. The next thing that we've got is we can come up and you've got these options, 3 dots right there on your scene. So we're going to click on that and you have apply time or apply duration to all. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to select that. And unfortunately, it ended up changing everything to that 16.4 seconds, which is not what I want. So I need to actually grab, let's go ahead, grab one of these. we're going to make this longer. All right. And I know exactly the length that I want for this music because I came prepared.
I expect nothing less, Shawn. I you came a briefcase ready and rating in the...
Okay, I'm liking the start. I'm not worried about, let's go right there. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Zoom in, I said, there we go. And we want that to be our start. And for this, we want 2.3 seconds. There we go. So we've got our 2.3 seconds. Now, we're going to click on that. We're going to apply duration to all. Now, everything goes down to 2.3 seconds. Now, that doesn't mean we're stuck with 3.2 seconds. So if we come over here and we go, okay, we want this to be our intro. We want that to be our normal 5-second intro. We're going to come over here. We want our outro to be our normal 5-second outro. And there we go. Ooh, 4.9. That's not 5. There we go. And
on that line.
Yep. Let's see. How many scenes do I have? I have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I've got 7 scenes. So what I'm thinking about is having the first 4. We can go boom, 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 boom with the beat. We're going to do hard cuts. We're not going to add transitions to these. And we can just do some really hard cuts going in. Then we're going to, with these last 3, let's bring them out. Let's do last 2. Actually, I need to check. We need to watch this.
I'm happy to.
Okay.
Yeah, of course.
Okay. All right. So we'll change this. Okay, I like that. That's good. Okay, that's not. We need to get in here and we need to find the spot that I want to start at. So let's lengthen this out, and I want this to start at when this gentleman like shoots. I want to show the basketball going in. So we're going to change that. Let's bring this out to the 2.3 seconds. And you know what? We're going to assume it's going in.
I mean, why not? I was going to say, is it a swish you call it? Because I don't really play much, but it's...
No, it's a bank.
It's okay, cool. So it's bouncing off, but it still goes in. That's the most important.
It does. But that's not important, though.
Oh, is it not?
No, that's not.
Silly
it's
me.
not if you win or lose.
Taking part?
It is.
I mean, you're speaking to someone who likes to play games and win. Just disclaimer. Sorry, that's the worst attitude to have. I'm just being honest. But there we go. But yeah, no, it can be quite. In this particular case, it is the taking part that counts. Sorry, Shawn. I had one job, didn't I? I'm ruining it.
No. We're still good. Just remember, you'll lose.
I love that. This is where we play Monopoly tonight. But anyway, off topic.
Oh.
But anyway, let's not go into that realm.
Wait, I thought we were going to the Justin Timberlake concert. Justin Timberlake is playing across the street from us.
There we go.
So
we get treated here at Adobe Live, but yeah.
No, we have to go sit on a hill with 40,000 other people.
I mean, I could have assumed we had like front row tickets, man. But you mentioned the hill.
My gosh.
Also, just to make it's nice to see where folks are kind of streaming in from, and there's a lot of folks from the UK as well, actually. So there we go, representing the UK flag. So wherever you are tuned in from, welcome and thank you for joining.
How do you know if they're from the UK? Are they saying
They
baubles?
said, nice. I like that. Just casually dropping that in. We've got from Manchester, North Hampshire, all folks of life. But wherever you're from, welcome.
Hi, everybody.
Yeah. I love it. The UK, US streams, vibes. Right, so what are we doing next?
Okay, so no, I'm just making sure that I'm getting the best part of these scenes, and that's still not good. I want to see the serve. Yep, that's what I want. So let's take that down to our 2.3. Actually, this one, we're going to take this 2.3 times 2. 4.6.
I'm waiting on you to, yeah, and I can agree.
Okay, so we're going to bring this out to 4.6. And so I want this, we've got people working out, we've got people getting ready, and then once the activities actually start, we can just extend this out a little bit longer, which is perfectly fine. Same thing here, let's get into here, let's find the best part, and that is not it. So we want to extend this out, and we want right around here. So let's take that to our 4.6, maybe even right in here.
So we can get rid of the kind of excess bits we don't need, and then...
No, actually, okay, this is a little bit to think about like photography in the sense of what is it that I want you to see? If this is a 15-second clip and all I want is 4.6, 4.6.
We want to be precise. Yeah, I got you.
I want to bring in the most exciting part.
Yeah.
Because I don't want 4 seconds of just an empty track.
Yeah.
I want to see the athlete walking
the
in.
nectar. I got you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So that's what I'm going for right there. Nice. Okay. So let's get a feel for this now. Let's go ahead, hit play. That's not the intro I want.
Edit that or work on that.
Because as of right now, this is not inspirational music. This is more like going to sleep music. Okay, so yep.
Yeah.
Going to sleep music. So let's work on our
Mix
music.
it up.
Yeah. First off, this music is like 3.5 minutes long. So we've got a lot going on. So what I want to do is let's go ahead. We're going to find some interesting parts. And looking at the wavelength, I can start seeing we've got some interesting parts occurring. So, okay, that is a good beginning. That
starting block.
But it's not hitting the beat yet. So let's see what we've got going on here. And I apologize, chat, if you can't hear it. Okay.
Okay.
There we go.
That's to wake us up.
That's where I want to start at.
Gotcha.
And then it keeps going, and then we want
high
the
level
beat.
tempo.
Yep.
We keep it up.
Yeah. So we're going to move our playhead over, and let's take it right in that empty spot in the waveform. Let's zoom in a little bit more. Now I'm all jacked up. The music woke me up.
I loved, and also you can even tell it's going to get a bit higher up because of the sort of sound wave.
Yeah. Oh, that waveform is kicking.
It's something's happening in that area which we need to explore.
I don't know what.
We don't know what, but we will find out.
Yep. So what we're going to do is we're going to come over here, and I am too zoomed in. So let's get over here. We're going to hit those 3 dots that are over here at the bottom, and we're going to split this. I'm going to select this music, and you're gone. Bye-bye. Bye-bye. So let's bring all of this back over in, and I just made the mistake and brought it all back, didn't I? Everything I did.
Whilst you're doing it, we've got a lovely comment which I've got to read here. We've got a...
Sorry, go ahead.
Great comment here saying, my confidence within video making is very low, so I hope to get some helpful tips here today, which, I mean, hopefully we used to have.
I hope you do.
Yeah.
This is one of the things that's really amazing, and I hope people in the community. Adobe Express is so easy, but it's just the beginning. So this is where you can start dumping things in and getting your feet wet. Like I've always had a problem editing to the beat.
Okay.
I've worked in Premiere Pro. I love Premiere Pro. I love After Effects. I'm not good at it, and I know it, but being able to put something together and then exporting this as an MP4 and bringing it into Premiere and then doing more adjustments to it.
Oh, fine tuning. It's yeah.
Now, normally, I'm going to be honest, doing something like this, I would work in Premiere.
Okay.
The reason I'm in Express are the assets. Oh my God. Adobe Express has so many assets available. I don't need to go to stock and try to download all of these.
It's all in one.
It's all in one spot.
that.
So if I know that I'm going to be creating something like this, and I'm using Adobe stock, I don't have my own videos, I can put this together in Express and get it almost done, 90% of the way, and then take it into Premiere, and I can take it that rest of the way, maybe doing color grading, but I am going to try color grading today, I hope.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mix it up.
Yeah, I'm going to try. I don't know if it's going to work.
Okay.
But that's here, yeah. But doing color grading, maybe lining up the audio, I would do that in Premiere. But so this is exciting to me. Just the idea of being able to create something like this in Express so quickly, so easy.
But I love that you mentioned that, because I think for folks who are very new to this space, maybe it's the daunting part is actually just taking that leap of actually just getting it. And once you're in it, you experiment, you have fun, and then you create.
Yeah.
Right? That's the thing. If things go wrong, that's okay, right? That's how you learn.
Okay.
We get it.
Everybody out there in the community, if you have any fear of any app, let me put it this way. I've failed in it. I have tried it, I've opened it, I have failed, and I'm still here.
I love that. Yeah. So true.
Yeah. It's the moment that I got Illustrator, the first day, what did I do? The second day, I streamed it live. I've never worked in Illustrator, but I did it live. Same thing with After Effects. And I failed.
I find that as well with Premiere. I mean, with video editing, I actually had a bit of chance during the lockdown to practice it, because you have that time sort of carved out to practice it. But yeah, it's definitely it can be a confidence thing, right? Once you get into it. But I mean, literally, proof is clearly here that you can actually do it, experiment, and be good at it as well, and have fun.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
Well, that's a big thing. Have fun.
Very true. Very true. Otherwise, why would you do it, right? I mean, that's also important to live, but still, we have to have fun whilst designing. How to have fun whilst designing as well. Being very literal now. Cool.
Okay, I agree. Let's jump back in and fix what I just screwed up. All right.
Organized chaos. There we go.
Oh, it is.
Organized chaos.
Just when Shawn's around. Okay, so let's bring this back over to here. We need to go ahead and make this smaller. I need to redo the cut. And what happened is I cut it and then I moved the playhead, and it ended up, S is a shortcut key. I need to learn it. So we're gonna work on that today. Let's go ahead, let's delete that. Now I'm gonna grab, instead of moving the playhead, we're gonna grab that and move it over to the end. Okay, so what we have here is, what I want is right there, that big
That hard
beat.
hitting. That's when, yeah.
So this is going to be a little bit of trial and error, and I am looking at that transition, and I am trying to get things lined up here.
Nice. Can you turn up a little, just a little for folks to, yeah.
Ooh, that's
Do you know what though?
little-
That second transition of the sound, that would be quite cool when the basketball comes into play, and maybe. So it feels like that's the next stage. I don't know.
Okay, it's so close. I am like a half a beat off right now. And that was just, all I'm doing is looking at the waveform. That's it. So I can see down here, we've got our transition from there to there. Okay. And maybe I need, let's bring our playhead over to right there. Let's bring this, let's make this a little bit smaller. Okay. Let's bring our playhead back over, lining up. Let's drag that. Now, let's bring our playhead back. This is so close. Nope, off, off. This is where it gets extremely frustrating.
Fiddly. No?
It's not just fiddly. It moves and you don't want it to move. So it's like, and for something like this, if I start getting a bit too frustrated, what I'm going to do is take it into Premiere and do the final tuning. Like right now, I can't grab, there we go. Just the main thing is I can do markers.
Ah, gotcha. Okay.
I can know where that beat is on that. And so all I have to do is line up the marker with exactly what it is I want. So let's take that one more.
I think it's nice that you mentioned about interlinking between the programs like After Effects, Premiere, and Express, right? How they can link together, because there comes a point where you might want to do more editing, more refining on these bigger programs, but it's still nice to know that on Express you can feel comfortable, and even do like at least the foundation, as it were.
Exactly,
together, which is great.
It's a great place to get started. All right, music, headphones, warning. Oh, that was good. That was good. So close. That's good. That was good. That was good.
Boom. Boom.
Oh,
never in doubt.
okay.
Shawn. Never in doubt. I was nervous, but never in doubt.
Okay, as of right now, I am not going to move anything at all when it comes to that music. We're going to call it good because I'm happy with it. So let's get to our outro and let's make a good outro, because this is not a good outro for what we've got going. So let's jump into here. Let's grab our sports. Let's delete it. How much time we got? We're doing fine.
We're doing good. You're well in the space.
Okay. I am loving this font. So we're going to go Command C. We're going to grab that. Let's jump back over here. We're going to go Command V. We're going to bring that in. This is one of the things I love to find is copying and pasting. We had a conversation in chat on the last stream about copying and pasting from Photoshop. And not just the fact that you have linked assets, because, for example, linked assets, if I come in here, this is a linked asset. Now, it doesn't show it because it's in a group right now, but this was made in Photoshop and it was actually brought in. So if I wanted to change anything at all, I can just double click it, open it in Photoshop, make changes. Or if I know it doesn't need to be linked, I can copy and paste. So let's go ahead. Let's jump back over here. I'm going to grab this. Now, I don't know if this is going to be grouped. If I grab both of them by holding Shift, let's try it. Command C. Let's do it. Let's jump over to our page. We're going to go Command V. And no, they are not. So we can bring that in right there. We're going to bring this guy in. We need to make it a little bit smaller. We will deal with sizes and placement in a second. We're going to go over to our design assets. And the reason I'm kind of going fast over this is because I want to try something new. I've never tried color grading in Express. So we're going to see how it goes.
I love that you're excited to try something new, brand new on a live stream. I mean, that's the beauty of why we do these, right? So that folks can find them all. You've got this.
There's two different ways that it will happen.
I know.
Either it'll be really hard, or it'll be really quick. I don't know.
Either way, we've totally got this. And actually, it's a nice time to mention, obviously, we're over half our part of our stream. So if you have just joined us, a massive welcome. And today's all about all things Adobe Express. And we've got awesome creatives such as Shawn working in Adobe Express, basically showing us how we can use the program and how it can make your life more streamlined. So any questions, get those on the YouTube, Behance, and I'll share them directly with Shawn. So welcome.
Please. Okay, so I went into the design assets. I searched for Paris, and we've got our asset right here. It's blue. You can't see it. So we're going to jump into our effects, and let's see. Now, I want this to be very subtle. So because we're not on a pure black background, maybe we do want to go something like this. Let's go ahead. I don't even know if you can see it.
My eyes, yeah, I show my glasses really, but just about.
Okay.
Just about.
Maybe we do want to color it.
Possibly, yeah. I mean, I'm even thinking for those who struggle with, visibility, color-wise.
Oh my God! Did you just put me in my place? Accessibility.
I'm not that guy.
Accessibility. I'm sitting here doing a stream about accessibility in the Paralympics.
You made me laugh. I want to cry now. Don't you? Actually, you made me laugh at the same time.
What did I do?
You know what it was? Is when we talked about playing games and you beat me in Monopoly. Maybe I haven't. I've kept it to heart, and I've been waiting to use this ammo for the middle of the stream, and I've just brought it up, and I was like, dude, no. But that's a good point, because again, everyone's different
Shawn,
levels.
you suck.
No. I mean, you don't. The streams are all good for it.
Oh, I just got called out. Okay, I apologize. I have failed you, chat. I will do better.
You have not. No, I feel like a terrible host. There we go.
Okay.
We're on the same space.
Let's see here. We could go purple. I'm kind of digging that. It's not part of the Olympic rings. So we're going to go ahead. Let's keep that. Let's make it just a little bit smaller. Let's center it again. Oh, man, you got me laughing. I'm crying a little bit.
I love that. We can have this banter because we're mates. So I feel like it'd be weird if we didn't have that banter, but we're good for it. So it's safe space.
Okay, we're going to bring down the opacity.
See, I can see that now. I can. It works now.
Wait.
Yeah, let's get the. Let us know in the chat. Are you able to see that?
You can.
Is it just about? Yeah. Okay.
All right, so we've got our rings. Command Z. Let's bring that back. Let's actually grab our rings. We're gonna bring those right there. Let's grab, I don't know, this logo for the Paralympics. Let's grab this. And I apologize, everybody. I'm eyeballing. I am eyeballing. I should not be, but I am.
Okay. The purpose of the streamline of the stream, we can get in a good place.
We gotta keep moving.
Always.
So we're gonna grab a text. We're gonna add our own text, and we are gonna put in August 28th. And let's Command A to select everything. Let's grab, coming into here, let's go to more fonts, and let's grab an Art Deco font. And boom, I'm digging that right there.
Yeah,
let's grab,
cool.
Oh, no, come on now. Play nice. Okay, we're gonna grab that. Let's get this aligned. And let's bring this down to the base. There we go. I'm just taking a look.
I love that. We've got to do the natural. Sit back, get it. No, every designer has that, right?
It does.
It's either sit forward for focus or sit back to examine. It's just like we all have those.
Yeah, you're right. Let's go Command 0. Okay, I'm digging that. Let's get back. What do we got? 12 minutes. Okay, let's get back here to our sports. And I'm going to select. We're going to come down here to the very bottom, and we're going to show layer timing. So we're going to grab that. Now I'm going to bring this over. We're going to wait. So it's going to be black for a second, and then it will come in. Boom. It'll say sports. We got the music going. We are going to... Usually at this point, I would add a transition here because I'm going from black. But I think, let's take a look at this. I think with the beat, with the hard beat, I want a hard transition. Okay. So if you have a different opinion, or chat, you have an opinion, let me know. I don't think it needs a transition.
I think that works fine, no?
Okay.
Solid.
All right. Yep.
The chat seems to be on board. Yeah.
Good.
We've got Nate saying keep into the beat. There we go.
All right. So we're coming in a little bit hot. The music is coming in hot. So we need to take care of that. Now, one of the biggest things that people want are fades. We want fades for music. We want it to be able to fade out, fade in. We don't have that in Express. So we're going to cheat it. And we're going to come up. We've got like 5 seconds. I'm going to hit S. We're going to split it there. Ooh, nope. Command Z. Let's make sure to select our audio. Now we can bring our playhead over. We can hit S for split, and we're gonna really cheat this. We're gonna, again, hit S for split, and we're gonna just do it one more time, and making sure S for split. So we are at 100% here. So here on this one, let's bring it down to maybe 70. And this could be a bit jarring, and that's okay. I'm fine with jarring.
It's just to get a feel now before we edit in. Yeah, gotcha.
Well, no, I mean, if I wanted to, I would do the fade in Premiere, but I'm just showing a workaround for Express. Gotcha. So here we go. Okay, you can, it's not smooth. It's a bit jarring on the volume coming up, but the proper way to do it would be to take and split it up into 10 parts and start out at 10%, 20%, 30, so work your way up. That's a workaround.
But it's still cool though to get a feel for folks who are watching it and thinking, oh, there's maybe ways we could just get that foundation in place. Yeah. And it could be maybe a first draft just to get a feel for it. I mean, that's the beauty of it, right?
Exactly. Yeah. Yep. Okay, so again, we're back here. We need to grab our, come on now. We need to grab this. And because I copied it, it should have an animation. It doesn't have an animation. Why don't you have an animation? I thought it did. Ooh, let me turn that down now, since we're done with the music. Okay, again. Oh, I hope this doesn't mess it up. Come on.
We believe, Shawn.
I don't know.
I believe we do.
Okay, we're still good.
Nice.
Whew, okay, so we need to get our outro animated. So let's get into here. We've got our, I don't even know where our, let's grab that. And going into our animation, our in, none. Oh, I see what's going on. Okay, that's fine. Everything is hard. Everything that I'm doing here is a hard cut. So what I want to actually have happen is a hard cut to this, to sport is for all. And I'm going to leave that up the entire time. And we're going to bring up everything else. So I'm going to grab the Olympic rings. I'm going to hold shift. We're going to grab the Paralympic logo. We're going to say Command G. Very important. Everybody has this problem. If you have two items, two assets that are different sizes, and you try to animate them both and you use the same animation, they're going to be wobbly. They're going to come in at different times. They're going to fade at different times. They're going to move. It's different sizes. It's how it works. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to group it and animate the group.
Okay.
This is how I get both of these items that are different sizes to move in sync. So very important to do. Do you have an animation that you like?
Ooh, what would work well?
Oh, I hovered over spin, but that's not right.
Yeah, my brain thought spin just because of the nature of the shape, but it would be tricky.
It's I'm animating the group, so as you can see, I hover over it. Yeah. They're both kind of clocking in like that, so I don't think that works for this. I almost feel it needs to either come up as a rise. Oh, yeah, that's kind of nice.
Kind of nice from rising from the kind of city, you know.
Yeah. Let's go ahead. Let's grab this. Let's not do a soft. Energetic. Everything about this is energetic. Duration, we're going to bring this down to, let's do about 1.25. Ooh, and energetic, for those of you that do not know what that means, it's just a name, first off. But if you see it, it actually goes past and bums down. It's a little bit of easy ease. So that's a way to remember. I love using it because of that. All right, so we're going to grab that and we're going to bring that in, let's say at 4 seconds. We're happy with that.
Cool.
We're going to grab our Paris. And again, let's bring this over and maybe bring it in at 3.5 seconds. We're going to add our animation, and let's do maybe a rise.
Kind of made sense, didn't it? Just coming up from the off the pasteboard onto.
And I like the soft for that. I like it fits. It fits for that.
So soft for that, and then more energetic for the logos.
Okay, so we've got that. We're good to go. And now our August 28th, our starting date. Let's bring this at 4 seconds, 3.9. Let's grab an animation for this.
But whilst you're doing that, it's a nice time to mention, in the process, we got our final 5 minutes. So please do, in the chat, my friends, want to see Shawn do any sort of final tweaks or any advice or any questions you have for Shawn. Please do get those in the chat for the final 5 minutes.
Okay, let's see what we got going here. I'm digging that. We are going to do a little bit of fade. Let's grab this music. And again, we're going to use our shortcut key S. S to split. Did you split? You did not split. Split for me, please. S, there we go. And we're going to do a little bit harder of a split here. So we're going to grab this one and we're going to take it down to about 75, which is 73, which is fine. And we're going to take this one down to 50. So this is just so it's not so jarring. Let's bring the volume back up and take a listen. Okay. Okay, let's see the end.
Nice.
Okay, I'm digging it. All right. In the last few minutes, I want to give this a color grading. What I'm thinking about is adding a gold. I want to, for the Olympics.
I see where you're going with this. I see where you're going. Any other color would be off-brand, but gold is good. Gold is good.
Oh, yeah. So, now, unfortunately, I do not think that I can actually make a gold color and have it go over everything, okay? So what I have to do is I'm going to do this the hard way, which is fine. We're going to go ahead, let's grab a element. Let's grab an element, let's get back. Let's grab a shape. Let's grab a square shape. And let's do a fill of a nice gold right there. Okay. We're going to, do you see where I'm going with this?
Totally see where you're going with it.
Okay.
Totally.
So we're going to cover our entire scene right there. Now, let's take this down to screen and take our opacity down maybe 50%. Maybe even more, maybe 40. Okay. Okay, I'm digging that. All right, let's get back here.
It's subtle enough that you still see. Yep, I gotcha.
Yep, we're gonna grab that. We're gonna go Command C. We're gonna come here, Command V. Command here, Command V. Come here, Command V. Come here, Command V. Come here, Command V. Do you see what I'm doing here?
You're making your own music. Like I feel like we should have used that and then attached that to the.
I could. You can record your own audio.
There we go. That's another stream for another day. I love that.
So I am down. This is a 31-second video, and it's color graded. I think we have the audio synced up. Yes. I think we're ready to go. So let's go ahead and check out the final version.
We'll turn it up as well so that folks can,
yes.
So we're nice and, sweet.
Okay. And forgive me if I start dancing to it.
I'll dance as well now. I mean, there's always going to be a little bit of
the audio is just slightly off. It needs to be tuned. And also the color grading that I copy and paste is only 2.3 seconds, but I needed it
2.6?
4.6.
4.6. I got partly right, half right. The other half was your end. I thought this was a double act. Okay, nice. I can see it just very quick. I can see folks have actually just tuned in now and they've asked, oh my God, we've missed Shawn's stream. But actually, no, you haven't, because you can rewatch. So there we go. So for anyone who has just joined, where have you been? But by all means, you're all good because you can rewatch the stream. Yep. So it's all, and you're in your own space and time as well. So we're good for it. So, Mr. Shawn, thank you so much for coming along and seeing us, and joining us today for Adobe Stream. We'll be up next with another stream, and it's all good, with Angel White, who'll be hosted by this gentleman. So yeah, stay tuned, and we're back in a few minutes shortly. Ciao. Bye.
Welcome back to Adobe Live from Munich. I'm Shawn Kosel, and I went from that seat to this seat. I'm hosting now, and I get the honor to host the very first time on Adobe Live, Angel White.
Hi everyone, I'm Angel. I'm more known for being the small biz angel, and I help female entrepreneurs feel empowered and inspired.
Where are you located?
Oh, I'm located in Hull in England.
Okay, in Hull in England.
Hull, yeah, like the hull of a boat. Oh, that's my
Oh,
O's. There we
hull
go. Yeah,
of a
it's the
boat.
accent. Yeah.
Gotcha. Okay.
It's in Yorkshire.
Oh, okay.
There we go. Yeah.
All right. I'm being educated today in Munich by the UK folks. Greatly appreciate it. What are we going to be working on today?
So I'm going to create like a content planner printable to help not only my audience but myself plan content. And then I'm also going to be looking at the content scheduler as well, because there's some really cool things in that. So yeah.
Wonderful. So let's go ahead and get started.
So
welcome back, everybody. Thanks for sticking around. A little bit of technical problems, but we're back.
yeah, so I usually like to start with a template just because that makes me feel a bit better. A lot of the time I can't just start with like a blank. It's too much for my brain. So I've actually already Googled, searched it, but I'm going to search for a planner page
Okay.
in the templates, obviously on Adobe Express. And obviously there's so many different templates, which I love. Like I can just pick whichever one works best for me. And I'd be lying if I said I didn't already have a look through and find one that I actually really liked. Because I knew that if I would have tried to decide on here, it would have taken too much time.
Cheater.
So, yeah. So I'm going to go with this one here, just because it kind of fits everything that I want to do. So I'm going to customize this lovely template right here. So the first thing I'm really going to do is head to the brand kits. And I have multiple brand kits because I have multiple businesses, but right now I'm going to focus on the Small Biz Angel brand, which you can see here. I've got logos, I've got colours, and I've got fonts as well. Sometimes I click the apply brand, but sometimes I just like to do it manually, but it just really depends on what I'm feeling.
Can you do me a favor? Can you click on the cogwheel next to apply brand? I just discovered this. If you want to just do the color, have that checked. Uncheck fonts. If you just want the fonts, uncheck color.
I didn't know that was a thing until
Me
right
neither.
now.
Isn't that
Stunning.
great?
Yeah, that actually is very helpful. Amazing. Right, we'll stick with this one, and I'm going to edit this one. So the first thing I'm going to do is there's only Monday to Friday. So I'm just going to get rid of these ones here. Oops. And I'm going to duplicate this one and just add a Saturday. I don't really tend to schedule content on Sundays. Sometimes I don't even schedule content for the weekends, but that's just my personal preference. I like to have a nice rest a lot of the time.
Well, that could be you could put together a Saturday and Sunday and just call it rest day.
Yeah, I like that actually. Stunning. We'll do this one here. And then I'm going to add another box for notes as well. But first off, we can't even see the text. So I'm going to select all of the text that's here and do it so I can actually read it, because I think that would be helpful to be able to read that. There we go. Stunning. Right, and then obviously the text is still, so I'm going to just change the font slightly. This one. Perfect. I think that looks good. Make it a little bit bigger. I like the way you can select everything and do everything at the same time. It makes my life so much easier.
Do you ever, well, okay, this isn't the right time. You wouldn't group the text, but you could group each box. Like once you got a box done,
Yes.
you could group it. Okay.
Yeah.
Do you do that?
Sometimes, yes.
Okay.
It also just depends like what mood I'm in. It depends what's like going on in my brain. There's a lot of stuff that's always going on in my brain, to be honest.
I haven't actually heard that there's a group mood. Like, yeah. I'm in the mood to group.
I'm in the mood to group things on Adobe Express. Okay, so I think there's also an element just behind on the background, which I'm going to delete. I usually like just a plain background. I think it's a...
Oh, I think I see that, yeah.
Yeah, it's quite hard to see, but I'm just going to get rid of that. I prefer quite a plain background, especially for this kind of brand. My other brand, I use a lot of stars in the background and stuff, so, and it's really cool that you can actually save the elements and favorite the elements that you really like.
Can you... There is a button over on the right, top right-hand side for your layers. Can you open that?
Oh, yeah, there it is.
If you scroll all the way down on your layers, because it looks like lined paper.
Oh, yeah, I've just deleted it, though.
Oh.
So, I've already done that, Shawn. All good. You're one step ahead, but it's fine. So, I'm just going to change this colour as well. I also love, my favourite text effect, like shadow, is this one. I don't know, like that is just my brand, like down to a T. I don't know why I'm so obsessed with that one, but I really like that one.
Do you ever adjust it?
Sometimes.
Like, I mean, just in mainly the angle, not
no,
blur.
actually, I just keep it as is.
Okay.
But you can like adjust it, which is cool. And then also changing the colour, but I like to stick with my
your
additional
brand.
colours. Yeah. So then people know it's me. I'm known for the pinks.
Can you click on custom? Because if you want to,
Oh yeah.
that's how you would change. You would add the blur if you want, but
Yeah.
it not, or change the angle, distance.
I do quite like the blur sometimes. The angle.
But I like what you've got going there.
Oh, that's nice. That's stunning. Perfect. Right. And then in each one of these days, I also want... Oh, I didn't change actually. I'm going to do this before I forget. Change the two... I've got 2 Fridays at the bottom.
Oh.
I'm just going to put weekend.
Skip a Thursday and have 2 Fridays.
Weekend. I'm going to put rest day. There we go.
Rest days. Has to have an S.
Thank you. There we go. And I think right now I'll just put that on default. There we go. Just want it to fit nicely. There we go. So that'll be perfect. But in each one of these boxes, I want to separate them so it can be a content weekly planner, which again we should probably add the word content into this. So I'm gonna add weekly content planner. Also, I really can't spell, so if I spell anything wrong,
I wouldn't know the difference.
I'm a creative gal. I'm not like a grammar and spelling gal. But yeah, in each one of these boxes, I'd like to add 3 separate sections. So one for Instagram stories, one for Instagram feed posts, and then just like a little notes section at the bottom. And that just really helps me, at least. When I'm making content, I like to have everything kind of laid out before then I start making the content as well. So I'm gonna start separating these little boxes.
While you're separating those, how soon or how far in advance do you start planning for, let it be 2 weeks out or?
Yeah, so I try and do this at the start of the month, and I try and do it for the whole month, but that is very what's the word? Optimistic. That's too optimistic. Like, and this week, I haven't planned my I planned my content for next week, but I haven't made it yet. So as of now, nothing's being posted on any of my brands on Monday.
But it's planned.
Yeah, it's planned. Like it's there. But it's, yeah, it is. I need to sort my life out with that one, I think. But sometimes life gets in the way.
Yeah, it's the first step.
I'm here, like in Munich on Adobe Live showing you all this. So I've made that sacrifice today. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to add literally just a line from the, we'll add one from the shapes. Just this one, stunning. And I like the way it's already straight away as well. Added my colour palette to it. And then just zooming in because I can never actually see what I'm doing. There we go. Duplicate it again. Oops. Here we go. Beautiful. Right. And then I'm just going to select both of these and I'm just going to duplicate them so I can put them on. Oh my gosh. Sorry, everyone.
Now, okay, wait. This is a perfect time, whether you're in the mood for it or not, is to group.
Oh, yes.
That would make your life so much easier.
That's so true. Oh gosh. I need to learn to lock a lot of my elements as well. Like, this is one thing that I am not good at, is locking all of my elements. I don't know what it is.
Did they move? I'm opening Express again. Did they move the lock button?
I feel like yes. I feel like yes. Here we go. Again, I should have locked that. But that lock tool likes it. When I actually do use the lock tool, it saves my life when I decide to use it.
Okay, I'm missing chat. All right. Here's a pro tip that I just discovered. Not always do you see the lock button. So if you do not see the lock button, right click on the element and you've got the lock in the drop down menu.
Oh.
And you have the shortcut key there too.
Oh yeah, I'm very new to having a MacBook as well.
Oh.
So I don't know my shortcuts yet.
It's the start, right click, and you've got your lock element.
Oh, perfect.
So it's now the new right click menu. Lady Jane is saying, press the 3 dots, not very accessible. Oh. Lady Jane is a community expert within.
Beautiful.
So always wonderful to have the community's input.
Always.
We can't know everything.
No. My brain does not have that capacity anyway. I have to write. This is why I make the weekly content planner, because if it's not physically in front of me, like, my brain's not, I can't do it. Like, I need things to be written down. I write to-do lists all the time because I probably should have written down what you just told me about the shortcut.
Well, no, that's great. You can actually watch the replay.
Yeah, I will be. When I'm sat in I work from a pink caravan office. When I'm in my little pink caravan office, I'm gonna be
pink. You like pink?
I like pink.
I'm looking at your mouse and your phone.
Yeah,
and your planner.
I did have a pink cardigan on. I don't know why. I should have kept the pink cardigan on. Anyway, so now I just want to add some more text to these. So these can say Instagram stories, Instagram feed post, and maybe Instagram reel actually, and then we can add one here that says notes. It's my O's, if you don't understand. Sometimes my accent can be a bit funny because of my O's. I'm from Hull. So let's do, actually I'm just going to add some text. I'm going to put Insta stories. Obviously change the colour of that because no one can read that. Beautiful. Let's just pop that. And I can just put quick notes of it, just like a quick idea in this little box. I think actually as well, I'm going to make all of these boxes white, just so if I was to print this out and wanted to write onto it, it's just a lot easier to see what I'm doing.
That pops now.
Yeah, that's like, it's so much better already. Right, let's do this one here, and we'll make this one.
So we got a question from chat. Well, you keep working, and you can tell me what you think about this. Jeff is saying, overall Express question, how far in advance can you schedule social media posts?
Oh, I schedule, maybe like I try and do like a month in advance. But I'm sure you can schedule quite a few months in advance, I'm sure.
You can schedule years.
Oh, wow.
You can schedule decades in advance.
That is
Will the social media still be around there? I don't know.
Well, if I schedule a post for 3 years in time today, will it post in 3 years time today?
As of right now,
Yes.
it's supposed to.
Right, here we go. Right, so now I'm gonna, I'm in a groupie mood, I'm in a group mood. So we will duplicate that, pop that in there. There we go.
Now, this is not for you. You don't have to listen. On a Mac, if you have something, a group, or even an individual asset selected, and you want to duplicate it, you can hold down the Option key. I'm thinking now because it's all muscle memory. You can hold down the Option key and actually drag, and it will duplicate that asset.
There we go. Right, so now I have every single day with the weekend of rest days and with every single this is like an Instagram content planner. I mainly use Instagram, sometimes TikTok, but mainly Instagram. But then I also want to create a little box in this corner that says notes. So like if I need to just write any notes, really self-explanatory. But
Would you leave the Instagram stories, the Insta Reels on the rest days for the weekend? Would you leave that there?
yeah, maybe it depends. Like, but I feel like that's not like mandatory,
Okay.
if that makes sense.
Okay.
Like,
Should I ask chat what 3 things they would want on
Yes.
their week? Chat, this is for you. I want to know what 3 things that you want in for your weekend on your daily planner. So let me know. Put it in chat. Keep it nice. We'll see what they say.
stunning. Right, so now I have my content planner, Insta Stories, Insta Reels, Insta Feed Post. She's looking beautiful. Let's just move that over. I like how I can slightly move things over as well with the keyboard, the arrows on the keyboard.
Designer nudge.
Yeah, I like to be able to do that. Sometimes I need something like in a specific place and I can't get it right with a mouse. It's not, and I'm so new to having a Mac as well that I can't do this trackpad thing. I have to use a mouse for this because it's
I'm with you.
yeah, it's very confusing. it's a lot to take in. Another thing I'm going to add to this, actually, I always end up adding my Instagram handle onto the bottom of this, just because if people were to print it, if people were to get this from me, for example, in an email, if I was to send it out for free, I just like to have my branding there. I mean, I feel like if people were to look at it anyway, they would probably know it was mine because of how pink it is.
So chat says we've got a few answers. Devlin says pepperoni, a nap,
Oh, nice.
cool weather.
Yeah.
Oliver says bugs, flowers, photography. He's a photographer.
Oh, nice.
So yeah. Jeff, we've got coffee, dogs, and inspiration.
Nice.
Good job, chat. Thank you, Nate. Seda, hello. Okay.
Here we go. We'll add that just down at the bottom.
The small, I'm trying to read that now.
The Small Biz Angel.
The small biz angel. Everybody take note.
I'm like your small business guardian angel, but Angel actually really is my name. So
That's nice.
yeah.
That is such a great tagline.
Yeah.
Do you use it?
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah. Right. I want to spice this up. I want to make this look a bit more, not that it's looking boring, but my favorite thing to do, one of my favorite elements, and I use these all the time. If you like look at any of my content on my Instagram, you'll know that I love sparkles and like stars. I don't know why. Oh, that's in shapes.
Everybody loves sparkles and stars.
Always in icons, and I always use either these ones. I like those ones. See, these ones are so pretty. But I feel like this just kind of sums up me. I'm going to use these ones.
And they come in already branded.
Perfect.
Wow.
Pop that in there.
That fits too well.
There we go. Should we keep it that colour or should we add... I feel like if I made it white it would be too... Yeah, it's lost.
Yeah.
I think that looks nice.
I think it's good.
And here we go. That looks stunning. Now, along with a weekly content planner, sometimes I would make a spare page just for ideas as well, like if I'm randomly like coming across any ideas or anything like that. So if I just add another page and add another page the same size, beautiful. And then,
now this is interesting. Just so everybody knows, if you are using a document, a printed document or a document within Adobe Express, you get the new vertical scroll. So no longer is it going from left and right arrows like what I had on the last stream. You get this with the new documents.
I like this. This is very... I like this a lot.
It feels like it should be like that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You feel like you're actually scrolling through a document.
Yeah.
Yeah, makes sense. Okay, let's put the background the same colour. Stunning. Right, and then we'll add a title. This is literally just, it's just nice to have an ideas page, I feel. So I'm just literally going to write ideas.
If this was printed, now I know we don't do a lot of printing. Do you think you would put this on the backside? You would like double side print? Or no, that wouldn't work because you want your schedule. You want to see both.
Yeah.
Okay.
I probably wouldn't double-sided. I personally wouldn't double-sided print. Sorry to the trees, but you could double-side print. And I feel like sometimes as well, when you write on one side and then you turn it over and then the other side's just like it's got the imprint of what you've just written, and then I need to look at my ideas, but then I can't. It's just I need 2 pieces of paper.
Okay.
It's too much. Right, so these are my fonts. Perfect. I'm gonna add the colour. Actually, I think I'll do, oh yeah, we did that one white. Let's do a nice outline, and then to my favourite part, I feel like this always just makes it like pop, this last little bit.
Don't tell anybody, but I love drop shadows.
Oh, I'm obsessed. I don't know what it is.
I'm an old man, so it's okay.
Sorry, Shawn, you need to that way. Drop shadows. Sorry, that's
Bye, everybody. Lens flares too.
I thought we was having a technical difficulty.
We did. When Tim comes in, it's
right, ideas. Stunning. And then sometimes as well, I like to try and organize things into most important, not so much important. Like, I don't know if that helps anyone else, but that really does help me. Like if I'm coming up with ideas and I think, oh, it's an idea, but it's kind of like, or if I come up with an idea and I'm like, oh, that's actually pretty good. So I'm going to create 2 boxes for like priority ideas and then like not so much priority ideas, if that makes sense. Let's there we go. Go to shapes. Here we go. Yeah, that'll be fine. I'm gonna again make it white so it's easier to. Here we go. Put a bit more space between them. There we go. Right, add some text. I'm gonna make this one the important one. And I think I'm gonna make this box a bit bigger because this one's the important stuff. This one can be for like the ideas that I think about for like upcoming trends and stuff like that. And sometimes as well, I even like if I'm seeing stuff trending on TikTok or Instagram, I mainly do this in my phone, but I would make like a list of what is currently trending, so then that would help me decide on content ideas. Right, let's make that my branding.
I cannot wait to see what you call the unimportant box.
I was maybe just gonna call it not so good.
Not so good. Monday mornings.
Oh. Dot.
Okay, that's pretty good.
No, it's not so good.
That's got no. That is good. That's got some nice personality. I like that.
See, and this is just how my brain works, and this is how I work. And again, this is how like I try and get that over to my audience as well. Is that you can just like literally work exactly how your own brain works. And that's again why I love Adobe Express and being able to like make things that are beneficial not just for me but for other people as well. So I'm just going to copy.
Do you work in lists?
Yes.
Have you used the new lists feature or the list feature in Express?
Not a lot.
Okay.
Just I think I've like skimmed through it.
Okay.
If that makes sense.
Yeah.
It's on my to-do list. A list on my list. Okay. So
Is it in the important side or not so good side?
I'll put it in the important side.
Oh, good call.
Okay, so there's my ideas. And you could also, we could duplicate this page and make one of these for example, TikTok. Because now TikTok has that feature where you can post videos, but you can also post like carousel style feed posts. If you're on any of the social media, I only really do Instagram and TikTok because I don't want to spread myself too thin.
Yeah. Can you show how you would duplicate that page with
Yes.
the new, because it's a new scroll. Things have moved.
Right, here we go. So I just went down to the
Okay.
bottom here and then duplicate, and it has put underneath, which is fine. Oh, here we go. Oh, where is it? Oh, it's there. I'm just being silly. Just ignore me.
Okay. No. I'm making sure
There we
because
go.
I mean this is brand new. Like, can you also hit the grid just to show it? Okay.
Yeah, I like being able to scroll all the way.
But this is a good
Right.
feature. I mean, especially if you have like 50 pages.
Oh yeah, this is a lot more easier when I'm creating like my ebooks and stuff as well. Being able to just scroll down instead of, I feel like it just flows a lot easier. Right, so I'm gonna now change this to, this one only really needs, no, we could do TikTok stories as well. TikTok stories, TikTok videos. And TikTok carousels. I don't think I'm using my capital letters.
I can show my age here. Are you going to have a TikTok dance section?
Well, that would maybe come under TikTok videos.
Oh,
Yeah, so.
subcategories.
Yeah. Exactly. But I feel like TikTok dances, like I use TikTok a lot for my product-based business, and I don't know if it's just me or when I'm like scrolling, I don't really see the dances anymore. I don't know what it is. I don't know if maybe I'm just on the wrong side of TikTok.
It's the algorithm.
Yeah.
You need to dance more.
Yeah, I need to post the TikTok dancing videos. That's what I need to do. Right, here we go. I'm just lining this up so it looks nice, so it doesn't annoy me, basically. Okay, that'll be fine. Right, I'm just going to delete these ones and then move this one across, so then we have one for Instagram and one for TikTok. And then obviously if you were on any other kind of social media, Pinterest for example, I personally don't use Pinterest, but you could just remix this template and change the titles to fit whatever was best for you and the way that you work. So let's duplicate and pop it over here. There we go, it looks beautiful.
Sandrine says, while you do that, I see people cooking mainly and Chinese people farming. Their adventure intersped with them selling mobile phones to their elderly neighbors.
Okay.
Sandrine's got her own algorithm.
Yeah, what's going on there?
Yeah.
I wonder if you're on that TikTok side, have you ever seen there's a man that someone that dresses up like a big frog in China and goes around and he dances like really funny. That once one of those videos came up and I thought it was hilarious. I sent it to my friend. They do not stop coming up on my TikTok timeline now. It's just I don't know what it is, but it's just someone in a frog suit and he's dancing around to and he has a scarf and he's like shaking his scarf. It's actually, I love it, but yeah, acquired taste maybe. Right, here we go.
I didn't know Tim went to China.
I could see Tim being behind that suit. Okay, here we go. Right, weekly content planner. I might just add actually some titles to the top of here, so we haven't just one that says Instagram and one that says
I'm gone.
The frog took you away. Right, here we go. Just make a little. I need to make sure I was spelling that right then. Just gonna make this little and just put it at the top. I'm gonna get rid of the drop shadow though. I know. It doesn't need to be. I'm not gonna do an outline. I'm just gonna change the fill. Just like that. So it's there, but it's not.
Yeah,
it's
I
not
like
the
that.
center of
It's
attention.
very subtle.
There we go. And just copy it, and I'm gonna pop it down here. One for TikTok. Here we go.
When you're making these, have you played with the new margins and bleeds? Because we talked about printing.
No, yes, but not as much as I probably should.
Okay.
Yeah.
No, that's
Yeah, let's
fair.
have a look how that looks actually.
I mean-
That is. I was gonna say that is almost perfect. Just my username at the bottom, which isn't the end of the world, but then that's really, yeah.
You have to make sure to remember that you have them on. Because I've opened documents and I'm like, what is this box? And trying to delete it and trying to get rid of it. And it was because I had the bleeds and margins on.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So just remember if you have something funky.
That'd definitely be something that I would do.
Yeah.
100%. Here we go. Right, cool. Weekly content planner, TikTok, stunning, notes. It's my ears. TikTok, Instagram. I don't know, I feel like it needs some else, but I don't know what's screaming to me. But I'm going to underline that actually. There we go. Not so good. Oh, I haven't put any sparkles and stars on this one.
It's so naked.
Literally. I need sparkle.
Sandrine watches people doing dishes.
You do you.
We love you, Sandrine.
I feel like that's a new thing on TikTok is people cleaning. Like that's a thing. Like people are like cleaning up. Like, there's this woman on TikTok that she cleans people's houses for free, who like people that are just living in not free, like great environments. And people just watch people clean on TikTok. That's like a thing.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
But there's a UK influencer called Mrs. Hinch, and that's what she's but not on TikTok. She's like Instagram, but that is what she's known for. I think she's got over 1 million followers, and she's just known for cleaning. And she's written like 2 books.
Jeez.
Yeah.
I mean, are they trying to educate people like this is what you use to help you clean? No?
No, they're just cleaning. And sometimes they're cleaning and there's no voiceover. It's just like, it's like ASMR. Like
Yeah. Okay. Okay, you know what? I can't say anything because, to be honest, I was watching a news organization that was reporting on people watching other people study.
Oh.
Okay, that people they do live streams, and it's literally just them studying.
Oh.
Or working from home. And they were really ripping on them quite a bit, the anchors. And I was thinking, like, wait a minute, that's what we did all during lockdown.
Yeah.
You know, with Adobe Live, we're watching people design, we're watching people work. We're also learning from them their workflows and learning how to use the apps. But like, okay, if it's cleaning, all right, I get it. If it's somebody, I can't talk bad about them. So.
And I was going to say, everyone's watching me make a ideas post that says not so good. So I'd be like, I'm not really one to talk. Right, here we go. Here is my content plan. I'm very big on positive affirmations as well. And I'm also really big on manifesting and all that kind of stuff. Angel numbers, I have 222, literally like near my heart. Like, so I'm going to add a positive affirmation in this corner because I always think it's nice as well. Like when I'm trying to come up with ideas, if I'm struggling to come up with ideas, I'm having creative block, having a positive affirmation there just makes me, even if I can't think of anything, it just makes me feel better. Like maybe that's just like a me thing, but right. And my go-to affirmation is just always, you are amazing. I don't know why. I think it's just because it's so simple, but it's one of my favourites.
If the shoe fits.
Exactly. Right. But I think I'm going to add this one in a little shape. Let's pick.
I actually really like this. I really like this. This is great. You don't see this enough.
There we go. We'll do that. Do the shape film. Should we do, I think I might do that with white so it pops. There we go. And that's just a little reminder in the corner. I like the way I can change the shape sizing as well so easily. I like this shape as well because it's like a painted circle.
Mm-hmm.
It's not like a perfect circle. Pop that up here. Make it a little bit smaller. Perfect. And then I think I'm just going to as well just turn that down a tiny little bit.
Chat, we've got 15 minutes left. If you've got any questions, please put them into chat.
Here we go. Perfect. And then I also really like, I think this was a Kim Kardashian thing, but the whole, you're doing great, sweetie, that whole like thing. I always like to add, I'm going to add that, but I just love pink and all the positive affirmations. It's just my vibe. Right, I'm going to copy that, but I'm going to move it. I'm actually going to put it on this page. Oopsie. Is it? Let's move up here. There we go. Okay. Let's add this up at the top. So whenever I'm ready to open up one of these or I print one out and I want to look at it, the first thing I see is, "You're doing great, sweetie." Here we go. I'm just going to change the colour. And then I'm also just going to change the opacity. I can never say that word.
You nailed it.
Thank you. Beautiful. And then I'm just going to add it at the top of this one as well. Stunning.
I'm digging it. So from this point here, is this when you would take it into scheduler?
Yes. So then I would like go through everything that was in my boxes.
Schedule?
Yes. the words at wording. And then I would go over to my schedule, which if I just go here, you can see like I have this was my month. So
Oh my Lord.
yeah. So obviously I have 2 brands. So it's really cool that I can see both of them as well. So I think this was at the start. Yeah, here we go. That was at the end of last month. And then we have all the start here. I just like the way I can see everything. And I like how I could just pick some of these up. Oh, there we go. But I could pick these up. So these ones at the bottom, these ones are all ideas that I have then put into like from a printable like we just made. And then I put those ideas actually onto the scheduler as well on the days that I would like them to be posted. So these ones, for example, this one has been scheduled for tomorrow, I think, actually. So I've done all that, but then this one is still a draft, which is supposed to be posted on Monday. So in this section here, I just put basically what I want the content idea to be.
So question for you. So you've got a draft on a specific day.
Yeah.
Are drafts no longer off to the side?
No, I think you can still put them in the side as ideas, and then you can move them onto a specific day as well.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. So I think that's very helpful, especially if you're like me and there's just a lot of thoughts going on inside your brain. Because a lot of the time I know that I have ideas and I know what I want to do with them. It's just actually doing it and like putting them on the days that they need to be. So for example, like on Mondays, I post a lot of motivational Monday stuff. So that's what I like to see. Like I have specific days for specific things sometimes. But also it's really cool. You can generate a caption as well. So this is an AI generative AI caption. So here I just put in like the content idea that I wanted to do, but if I wanted to create a caption from that or change something, this will do it for me. I'm not very good with my words, as you can probably tell. So this is so helpful for someone like me who kind of knows what they want to say, but they need to be able to say it in a way that other people know what they're trying to say. So I'll just generate from this.
I will use that. Words are hard. And even just the idea of helping me, even if I use it or just use part of it, it doesn't matter. It can help.
Yeah. So sometimes as well, like I might not use the entire thing that it's given me, but I might take a paragraph from it, or even just like some inspiration from it is so helpful, because I have such like mind block when it comes to like, I'm a creative, not a word creative person. Yeah. So yeah, words are hard. But yeah, it's come up with like a pretty good caption that I actually think I would use, especially like these, like, growing up, I was always shy and introverted, yes. And I still think I am, to be honest.
Well, it's your first Adobe
Yeah.
Live.
Yes.
Give us some time.
Yes, thanks. But like, I feel like this AI knows me very well, because it says, but I knew I had a passion for creating content. Well, look at me now. Like, and I'm creating content on Adobe Live. What a time to be alive.
Oh.
I'm also a comedian. But yeah, that is really cool. Also, I like how you can add emojis as well into these captions. I'm actually just going to insert this caption. And then I can edit it all. I can edit the hashtags. I usually just add my own hashtags anyway, because that's just like a routine that I do. But you can also just add.
Do you have your hashtags like saved on a separate document? So you just copy and paste?
I usually just have them in my notes on my phone, to be honest.
Okay. No,
yeah, and then I just copy and paste them straight onto here.
Nice.
But yeah, I think this is great. And I also love how you can add the first comment. Sometimes I do my hashtags as the first comment. It depends how long my caption is. Sometimes I will post just one photo and the caption will be really long. So I like the way I can add a first comment. Or sometimes I will just add a first comment and ask my audience like a question, and then that like obviously provokes like some engagement, which is really cool. Because then people also see as well, people are more inclined to comment and interact with your content when they see that someone else has already done it. Even if they like don't realize it's you, if they like come across it and see one like and one comment, like, oh, someone else is,
I'm looking at this post from Shawn, and the first comment's from Shawn, but I don't know if it's Shawn. It's a different Shawn.
You have to be your own number one support. Like, you have to be like, I'm my own cheerleader.
Oh, I tell everybody, if you don't like your own posts,
exactly.
I mean, like every
Literally.
single thing that you do.
I do. I really do. Even on TikTok as well. I like it, I save it, and then I comment on it, and then I go into my like personal account and I reshare it on TikTok all the time. Yeah.
That's smart. That is smart.
And then my mum's on TikTok as well. She will always reshare. She's always doing everything.
My mom has stopped watching me.
Sorry to hear that.
Yeah. I'm like, Mom, did you see? No. But it's on YouTube, don't you? No. Thanks, Mom.
Yeah, my parents they're always commenting on stuff on my Instagram, my sister as well. And like, I need some more engagement. All three of them, they're on it. I'm in the family group chat. Can someone engage with my post, please? They're like, okay, we're on it. Like, my dad does the thumbs up. My dad likes the thumbs up and a heart.
You got your own team working for you.
Yeah, they're all on it. They're all part of my little pink empire of what's going on. But yeah, this is the content scheduler. So cool. And
Did you just say pink empire?
Yeah.
I dig it.
Yeah.
I dig it.
I also refer to myself as the pink entrepreneur or the pink angel, because obviously. But yeah. You can also, this is really cool as well, like for example, this post will be content ideas for the end of August, and a recap, sorry. I always like to do content ideas for the following month at the end of the month, if that makes sense as well. But I could literally, if I thought, I don't want to post it on the 28th anymore, I'll post it on the 27th. I just moved it along. Like, it is the easiest and it's so user friendly. I've used like other things in the past that have been, it's taken me so long to wrap my head around. But yeah, this is the easiest thing, and I just love how I love the layout. I love how I'm looking at it right now.
You know, probably one of the biggest things that helped me is I did, I think, 21 posts. They were streamer definitions for the community that remembers. And so as I was sharing them, I knew I wanted to share them every other day. And everything within the within the schedule is going to stay exactly the same. So all I had to do was change the media. I just copied and I just duplicated 21 times over the next few months, and then just changed the media to what was done. It was so fast.
Easy, yeah.
And I hate social media.
Well, yeah, this is the thing. For people that hate social media, if you can simplify it to something like that, it is just, it's game changing.
Yep.
Like, I stand by this scheduler. I like scream it from the rooftops to all of my audience that they need to be on this because this scheduler is actually free. You don't have to pay any extra for the scheduler, and it is free within the Adobe Express.
It is free. In fact, if you are using the free Adobe Express plan, the scheduler is included in the free plan.
Like some scheduling apps are costing like £20 like a month, $20 a month, like whatever. Like this is free. Like it's free. Like, and you don't have to think about posting your content because it's doing it for you. And I've never once had an issue with it actually posting my content. I've paid like, I think I was paying about £30 for an app that was not, it was failing to post them as well. So I've never once, and I'm not just saying that because I'm on an Adobe Live in Munich, but I'm like, genuinely, I scream this from the rooftops. It is game changing, absolutely game changing, and I just love it so much.
That is great.
Easy
That is
peasy,
great.
lemon squeezy.
So I think we are coming close to the end. Did you have fun on your first Adobe Live?
I did. Thank you so much for having me, Munich and Adobe and everyone, and thank you for hosting me.
You did a wonderful job.
Thank you.
You came across like a pro.
Oh, thanks.
No nerves.
On the inside, I'm like, I'm like a shaking leaf on the inside, but it's fine.
No, this was great. This was great. Let's see here. Any last questions from chats? Okay, I'm not seeing anything coming in. Everybody, go ahead. Excuse me, sorry about that. I was reading chat. Stick around. Oh, do we have any links? Do you have any links you would like to share?
On
Oh, wait,
Instagram-
bring up your page again.
Oh.
You've got it
I'll put
at
up.
the...
Shall I do my? I'll just put this up. Oh, I don't know if you can see that. Well, yeah, we'll zoom in. Right. Oh, my stomach's
It's
rumbling. So the Small Biz Angel, which is this one here.
Small Biz Angel.
Yeah. So that is where I post to empower people, basically, and basically a small business mentor. But I started that because I started Pink Angel Studios, which is, here we go, we'll pop this one.
Tim just put it in chat. Thanks, Tim.
Stunning. Yeah, and there's Pink Angel Studios as well, which is my other brand where I make like product-based, it's my product-based business, sorry. And I make like, on here there's t-shirts, I make jewellery, I make tote bags, I make all sorts of stuff. But yeah, that's why I started Small Biz Angel, because I just know what it's like to be a business owner, basically. So yeah.
That is awesome.
Thank you.
That is great. Everybody stick around. Adobe Live US will be taking over next. Thank you everybody for being here. And I am excited that we're back in Munich. So, do you have any last words?
No, I don't think so.
That was no pressure.
No, like thanks for watching me create a funny little content thing, and it's all pink. So yeah.
You're amazing.
Thank you. I needed that.
So everybody, remember to tell yourself you're amazing. Love yourself. Take care of yourself. Stay safe. Stay creative. And just be nice to yourself.
Oh, definitely.
Everybody stick around for Adobe Live US. It will be starting soon. Don't go anyplace. Bye, everybody.
Bye. Thanks for watching.